Naruto, starting the live broadcast to the ninja world. Hey! Look who's back for more adventures. We love having you here to continue this story that keeps us all awake. Important note, all of this is pure fiction, so don't try any techniques you hear here in real life. Your neighbor might call the cops. This amazing novel and all its rights belong to the original author. We're just the ones giving it voice and drama. Are you enjoying the show? Prove it by subscribing to our YouTube channel and leaving that like that motivates us so much. And if you want to support us and get VIP access to exclusive content, our Ko-Fi is waiting for you. Chapter 501 Reverse Harem. Besides, shouldn't a mother be happy when the child leaves home on his own? Naruto came in front of Sasuke, grabbed Black Zetsu who was controlling Sasuke, pulled back hard, and tore Black Zetsu into pieces. Black Zetsu returned to Kaguya's sleeves. The rebellious period is really long. Mom is the ancestor of chakra. With you little brats, everything you do will be in vain, Sasuke said to Naruto beside him. We need to find an opportunity to create a gap for using the sealing technique. Naruto, well, I can only use that trick. That technique will work. Not far away she is simply, a god. Sakura turned to look at Naruto's shadow clone and asked, how do you plan to deal with such an enemy? Naruto, although this may be the last battle, I still have to try my best. As he spoke, Naruto pressed his palm, which contained the power of Yang, on Obito's chest. After all, this is how we have come so far. Madara. Sasuke looked surprised at what Naruto said. Are you serious? How do you know if you don't try? I've been secretly practicing this move for longer than I've been practicing the Rasengan. It's worth a try. After hearing Naruto's words, everyone in the ninja world was shocked. What? What did Naruto just say? It actually takes longer than the time it takes to practice the Rasengan. How come I didn't know that? What the hell? I always thought I knew you better than you knew yourself, but I didn't expect that you had a hidden secret weapon that could deal with the chakra progenitor. Could this move be a new ninjutsu developed by Naruto himself, but rarely used? Judging from Sasuke's appearance, he should know this move. I have a feeling this move is going to be incredible. Is Naruto trying to save Obito? He has the power of Yang, so he can create an eye for Kakashi. Somewhere in the ninja world, looking at Naruto's confident look, Black Zetsu's face turned pale. Could it be that Mom was defeated by this move? No. That's not right. It was after Kakashi got Obito's Sharingan. Fire Nation Muai Village. Several high-ranking officials in the Hokage building perked up at Uchiha Clan Land Patriarch's house. Little Sasuke fell into deep thought. What is it then? If it's just the Rasen Shuriken, it probably won't make my future self look like that. Mansion Uchiha Hikaru was finally distracted by Naruto's words and Sasuke's strange reaction. A move that can deal with the ancestor of chakra. Naruto's house. Jiraiya asked directly. Naruto, what's that move of yours that has taken you longer to practice than the Rasengan? Kyuubi quietly pricked up his ears. Naruto shook his head. I don't know. It can't be a seduction jutsu. After hearing what Naruto said, the Nine-Tails was speechless. Use seduction to deal with the chakra progenitor. Jiraiya was amused. Haha, how is that possible? Naruto, you are really humorous. Pure land. Even Madara couldn't help but feel a little curious. He was already interested in this battle, and now his expression became even more serious. Minato looked excited. Could it be a super cool ninjutsu? Come on, let me help you come up with an appropriate name for this jutsu. There was a glimmer of relief in Tobirama's eyes. As expected of the strongest Hokage in Konoha's history, he actually has a hidden card that sounds quite impressive. I don't know what the move is. Moon Kaguya's heart tightened. She looked at herself on the screen and felt a little disappointed with herself. Even if you are strong enough to crush both of them, you should still be on the safe side and not be so careless. You're just waiting like an idiot for the other party to make a move. Why am I so stupid? On screen Sasuke said, if this move can reveal her weakness, okay, I'll prepare my left eye moves as well. After saying that, Sasuke made the tiger seal go ahead. Naruto responded, "It is good." Sasuke closed his eyes and when he opened them again Amaterasu, black flames appeared out of nowhere on Kaguya's body, but after a moment, the Amaterasu fire on Kaguya's body gradually went out. Naruto rushed forward. Watch out. Bang 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 bang. Several shadow clones appeared around Naruto. Bang 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 bang. Seeing the smoke, Kaguya opened her Byakugan seduction technique. A group of handsome men with naked upper bodies. Reverse harem technique. Sakura had a nosebleed. Seeing this scene, everyone in the ninja world who were full of expectations were in a mess. Pure land. Minato? Question mark. Kushina's mouth dropped open slightly. Spot. I shouldn't have expected anything from this guy. Tobirama slapped his forehead. Okay, I take back what I said before. Danzo's mouth twitched. I've never seen this before. Fire Nation Muai Village Hokage Building Senior Executives. Naruto's house. Jiraiya was petrified. Is this really a seduction technique? Where are you going to use this on the chakra progenitor? The whole nine-tailed fox was stunned. As expected of you, you jerk off so much? Naruto, with a calm expression, said politely, thanks for the compliment. The huge waves that rose in his heart dissipated, and nine-tailed fox returned to its lazy look. I'm not praising you. Besides, there's no way this kind of move could possibly work on the first ancestor, Uchiha clan land patriarch's house. Little Sasuke tilted his head slightly. This move may actually be effective. Mikado looked at him sternly. Sasuke, you are not allowed to imitate Naruto. If Sasuke is led astray, he will use some weird moves when fighting the enemy in the future. She couldn't even imagine that beautiful scene. It's better to continue to maintain your cool personality. A bean-sized drop of sweat appeared on the back of Uchiha Guang's head. To act recklessly in such a serious situation, she said speechlessly. Aren't you afraid that the ancestor will get angry and kill you directly? What made her even more speechless was that Kaguya actually used her Byakugan. However, now that he has seen through it, this trick is even less likely to work. She sighed. Can't you learn from Boruto and be more stable? You're already 16 years old, and you're still acting like a joke. Somewhere in the ninja world Heizetsu looked ferocious. Naruto. Damn you. How dare you use such a despicable method on your mother? Mother. Kill him while you can. Don't miss this opportunity. Quick. Rain Country Zio Organization. Zion uncovered her mouth and laughed. I got it. Nagato sighed. It's unexpected. This move might have a miraculous effect on the ancestor of Kaguya. He has a lot to say about this. Nagato let out a long sigh. On-screen seduction type ninjutsu is more effective against stronger enemies. Not far away, Sakura yelled in shame and anger. Idiot. You use this kind of move without even considering the situation. She clenched her fists. Forget it. It won't work against a godlike enemy. Madara. Bang bang bang. The shadow clone dissipated, and the moment Naruto's real body appeared, he punched forward with a bang. Kaguya was hit directly in the face by his punch and her body flew backwards. No matter if you are the ancestor of chakra or not, you have never seen this kind of technique. This is the history of ninjas. Asshole. Chapter 502. You really hit me. Not far away, Sakura was shocked. It works. A drop of sweat rolled down Kakashi's face. Unexpected. Number 1. Can Naruto's seduction technique really save the world? Muna vein on Kaguya's forehead was throbbing. What kind of scene has she not seen? She has never seen this before. This time she did see it, but she rolled her eyes. Pure Land Ben was full of doubts about life. Is this okay? Somewhere in the ninja world future, Sasuke looked at Boruto's incredible expression and shook his head slightly. Even though this was my own experience, it's still unbelievable to see it again. Fire Nation Muai Village Uchiha Clan Land. I was thinking before, Master Sasuke is such a blank slate. He actually believed that Naruto's seduction technique would work on the original ancestor? He even cooperated with him, but it really works. I shouldn't have doubted Naruto. This dramatic scene succeeded in making me laugh. Mansion Uchiha Hikaru was dumbfounded. You're awesome. Naruto's house. The nine-tailed fox in the sealed space almost popped its eyes out and its head was buzzing. You really hit me. To Jiraiya's surprise, he did not see any excitement or pride on Naruto's face. Instead, he was in a daze, and no one knew what he was thinking about. What's wrong, Naruto? What are you thinking about? Naruto came back to his senses, feeling a little down. The original Kaguya didn't want to kill me and Sasuke. She had so many opportunities, but she just wanted to take back her chakra. I feel sorry for her. How great would it be if we could convince her to give up taking back her chakra? After hearing what Naruto said, the Nine Tails asked, so you want to put me into the outer path demon statue, become the 10 Tails Jinchuriki, and then release Kaguya? Naruto choked. Forget it then. Ninja world, this is the most shocking thing I've ever experienced. Oh my god. Can seduction really save the world? Naruto, you're a genius. Naruto's expression is so serious, as if he really regards this move as a powerful ninjutsu. No, Kakashi's expression makes my stomach hurt. Zioin is such a loser, she actually had a nosebleed. This move stunned the original. She must have felt surprised, right? She doesn't seem like a lecherous person like Sakura. On screen Sasuke yelled, now. Naruto. Naruto instantly understood what he meant, stretched out his right hand, and rushed towards Sasuke. The two pressed their palms towards each other, and a small dot appeared in Sasuke's sixth Magatama Samsara eye, locking onto Kaguya, who is still flying backwards. and the power of the sky hand was activated. The next moment, Kaguya appeared in front of them just as their palms were about to touch Kaguya. The space seemed to be frozen. All of a sudden Naruto and Sasuke remained motionless with their hands outstretched. It's so cold, what's going on? Ice. At this moment, the space changes. Everyone appeared in the ice and snow space not far away. Naruto, holding Kakashi, Sakura, and Obito, looked around. Changed, Kakashi said solemnly. Has the location moved again? Sakura asked. Whose spell is this? Naruto was stumped by the question and said as if he was thinking seriously, I guess it's probably, Kakashi analyzed, it feels the same as when I teleported to the lava world before. It is probably the enemy's ability. Madara. Kaguya uses Hire Ozuka. A black portal appeared next to the ice crystal, and Kaguya floated out of it. Disappeared. This ability. Is it space travel? Ninja world. This is such a cool trick. It's cool and convenient. Sasuke also knows this move, but it looks like he hasn't learned it yet. How great would it be if I could do this? Kakashi should be shirtless. This will distract the original ancestor and create more opportunities for Naruto and Sasuke. On screen Naruto turned his gaze in one direction. There, a black portal appeared and Kaguya floated out of it. Kaguya came to the ice crystal, stretched out her hands, and black Zetsu emerged from her sleeve. Seeing this, Naruto controlled the truth-seeking jade to break the ice crystal, but the speed of the truth-seeking jade in the ice crystal was very slow. At this speed, it was obviously too late. Hateful. Sasuke's left eye was bleeding. Amaterasu, black flames appeared on the ice crystals, and then with a cracks appeared on the ice crystals. Kagutsuchi no Mikado. Seeing Sasuke use this move, Kaguya retreated. Boom, shattered ice crystals flew everywhere. The two finally escaped. Thank you, Sasuke. Sorry, the seduction technique failed. Humph, I never thought I could defeat her with that kind of technique. Ninja world. I see. It seems like a lot of things happened, but in fact, it didn't take long at all, right? Sasuke, you clearly believed it, but now you say you never thought about it at all. Ice that even that black ball can't break. When I watched the battle at the Valley of the End before, I thought it was a bit of a waste for Naruto to use 3 black balls to block the arrows shot by Sasuke Susanoo, but now I understand that black balls are nothing to people of their level. Fire Nation Muai Village Hokage building. Fugaku wiped the sweat from his forehead. Even though it hasn't happened yet and I know Naruto and Sasuke will win in the end, I'm still nervous. Sasuke in the parallel universe is one of the reasons when dealing with a being like the Chakra ancestor, even the slightest carelessness could cost Sasuke his life or leave him with some hidden injuries. On screen Sasuke looked at Kaguya in midair and said to Naruto, this time, follow my plan and you come to help. Black Zetsu crawled out from Kaguya's sleeve. Mom, they are very troublesome. Why not separate them and deal with them one by one? Kaguya said nothing, but a black portal appeared beside her. She reached her hand into the portal. Sasuke was startled. The next moment, a portal also appeared behind him, and Kaguya's hand stretched out from it, grabbed the back of his collar and pulled him in. Sasuke was thrown into the desert space and fell to the ground after a cry of pain. Sasuke propped himself up and looked around. Here it is. At this moment, Naruto's voice came from the shrinking portal in front of him. Sasuke. By the time Sasuke wanted to rush through, there was only a crack left in the portal. Somewhere in the ninja world. Black Zetsu's tone was very anxious. Mom. Quick. Don't deal with Naruto yet. Go to the desert space to deal with Sasuke first. We must not give him time to get familiar with the power of the Rinnegan. From a god's perspective, no matter how you look at it, Sasuke, who has not yet tapped into the power of the Rinnegan, is easier to deal with than Naruto. As long as we get rid of Sasuke, we will win. A big well character appeared on Heizetsu's forehead. My future self, you're laughing, you idiot who can't see the situation. On screen ice and snow space. Naruto held the portal tightly with both hands, but failed in the end. Hateful. The black Zetsu on Kaguya's sleeve looked at Naruto below and said with a smug smile, now you can't seal mom anymore. Chapter 503. The main body will not die for a while. A portal appeared next to Kaguya again. Just as Naruto reached his hand in, he jumped up and dodged the grabbing hand. Black Zetsu praised, your reaction is pretty good. Naruto frowned. In any case, we must find Sasuke first. The portal beside Kaguya gradually expanded, and she floated into it, watching the portal disappear little by little. Naruto suddenly became alert. I don't know where she will appear from at this moment. The glaciers around him collapsed and hit the ground. A cold wave hit and blew Naruto away. After the cold wave dissipated, Naruto seemed to sense something and moved to the right to avoid the ice spikes that were stabbing at him. This space seemed to have its own consciousness. and ice spikes began to emerge and automatically attack Naruto. Naruto dodged nimbly, weaving through the dense ice spikes. At some point, frost suddenly began to form on his legs, and it came to clothes and face. The frost on his body made his movement slow, and he failed to dodge the ice spikes that emerged from the ground, and was directly knocked away. Naruto's figure fell downwards with a look of pain on his face as one would natura before he could land. Several thick ice spikes emerged from the ground and trapped his body in midair. Ninja world, oh no. Naruto is in danger. This ice is hard to break even for a black ball. Naruto will definitely not be defeated so quickly. I thought that Naruto, who is so powerful, could hold out for a long time and buy Sasuke some time. The low temperature in this space is too horrible. Naruto was frozen in an instant. She can easily drag people to other dimensions and blend into nature. She can control everything in the dimension to attack the enemy. How can we fight her? On screen a black portal appeared in the air, and Kaguya's figure floated out from it. Naruto thought to himself. Finally it came out not far from him. Sakura looked at Yomi Hirasaka behind Kaguya. What is that? Obito, who had already woken up, saw the black portal shrinking little by little and then disappearing. Similar to space-time, Naruto, who was trapped, hammered the ice spikes hard, but they didn't move at all. Damn it. No, but what he was thinking was, okay, pretend to be unable to move, and then wait for her to get closer. Somewhere in the ninja world, Heizetsu said angrily, how despicable you are. On screen Obito asked Naruto's shadow clone beside him. You said that you suddenly couldn't sense Sasuke just now, right? Then he might have been transferred to another dimension. Obito looked at Kaguya in midair and continued, she came out of time and space. This ability is similar to my pupil technique. Kakashi behind him asked, can I go in? As long as she opens the space again, I will use Kamui to resonate while she opens it, and I will definitely be able to get in. If Sasuke is there, I can bring him out. Near Raichi Cave, Kakashi had a complicated expression. Obito, why are you still so stubborn in this time and space? You on the screen, sigh. Now in the divine space, Obito seemed to be talking to Kakashi through the air. In fact, it is to strengthen your own heart, especially when he saw himself standing next to Naruto and Kakashi. His heart was shaken. He muttered to himself, I don't want to be locked up in prison awaiting trial when there is still something I can do. He had already seen clearly into his own heart and knew what he really wanted deep down is it to bring peace to the ninja world and make reality as beautiful as the infinite Tsukuyomi. He can't create a Tsukuyomi world without any side effects. There was some hope, but it was slim. But he would try his best. Seize Nagato's Rinnegan to atone for the mistakes he had made. This is the second easiest thing. The simplest way is to surrender yourself and reassure everyone in the ninja world. So no matter what I see, I won't be shaken anymore. On screen after hearing what Obito said, Naruto's shadow clone said, okay, then I will go and help the main body. Obito narrowed his eyes. It's just that requires a lot of chakra, because that's not my space. Once the chakra is exhausted there, everything will be over. The shadow clone spread his hands and said, then I will go too. My original body won't die for a while. I'm very powerful. The chakra of one of your clones is not enough. Hearing his words, Sakura took 2 steps forward. What if I add my chakra of Beihyo? Obito said, that's the minimum. Both of you follow me. Sakura responded. Obito continued, I'm not even sure if Sasuke is in that space, but I'll try to enter his space-time first. I will definitely find Sasuke and bring him to your real body. Ninja world, the main body won't die for a while. As expected of Naruto's shadow clone, it's quite cold. Don't leave your main body there for too long. It would be troublesome if you catch a cold. There's still a fight to be fought later. Why only 2? Invite Kakashi as well. Did Obito bring everyone to Kaguya's dimension? So Naruto had the opportunity to seal Kaguya. Fire Nation Muai Village Hiruno family. Sakura looked very proud. Everyone in the 7th shift played a role. On screen Naruto and Sakura placed their hands on Obito's shoulders. Naruto raised his head and looked at Kaguya. What are we going to do? Has she seen through us? Obito reminded. Be prepared. Even if you use Kamui to move into her space, you may still be sensed. Kakashi thought to himself, she doesn't take us seriously at all. Naruto, who was caught by the ice spikes, said, yes, come to my side. Isn't your goal to drain my chakra? No matter how powerful your ninjutsu is, it's meaningless if it's absorbed. Naruto frowned and thought the scene of him using reverse harem on Kaguya came to mind. It seems that feints and physical skills are most effective against her. My seduction trick won't work anymore. I have to use my conventional tactics again to keep her busy. When she's about to escape through that strange door, rush in together and find Sasuke inside. I can still clearly sense Sasuke's chakra now. Pure Land Izuna looked confused. The Kamui is just an ordinary Mangekyo Sharingan, right? Why does it feel more powerful than the eternal Mangekyo? Tobirama took a deep breath and calmed his inner shock. Isn't Naruto's perception ability a bit exaggerated? He can even sense Sasuke in another dimension. Hoshirama said disappointedly. Are you not going to use seduction techniques anymore? I can't see seduction saving the world anymore, but Madara is still very loyal. I don't know what he talked about with Obito in the Kamui space. After the conversation, he reinstalled the eye that he had taken from Kakashi on Obito. Chapter 504 Kill the Ashes Together. Kaguya leaned over to Naruto and gathered her chakra into her palms. It seemed like she had seen through Naruto's little thoughts long ago. This is my space, you can't do anything. The figure of the Five Tails King Mu appeared behind Naruto. Are you ready? Naruto, alright, King Mu said. Raise the chakra to boiling point in one breath. Unparalleled power. A puff of steam came out of Naruto's body. Naruto's whole body strength was increased at this moment. He struggled hard with all his strength, and the ice spikes that trapped him immediately turned into ice cubes. Naruto rushed towards Kaguya, and their attacks collided at this moment with a swoosh. Kaguya flew backwards and smashed the ice wall in the distance to pieces. Ninja World 1? I thought it was Naruto who flew out. It turns out that the Five Tails is so powerful. Am I dazzled? Naruto didn't move at all, but the original ancestor flew out. Naruto was able to gain the upper hand in strength just by borrowing the power of the Five Tails. During the battle at the Valley of the End, Sasuke had 8 complete-tailed beasts and half of the 9 tails. Naruto is so strong, and Sasuke can't be that weak. The reason why he hasn't shown much strength until now may be that he has already planned to fight Naruto and wants to conserve his energy. Was it carelessness, or was it really wrong? Somewhere in the ninja world sweat broke out on Black Zetsu's forehead. I knew it, I should have dealt with Sasuke first. Even the offensive and defensive 80 divine aerial attacks were defeated. Naruto, this guy. On screen the shadow of the 9 tails appeared behind Naruto. Okay. I have helped you condense your chakra, Naruto, thank you. 9 llamas. Naruto formed the seal. Multiple shadow clone technique. Bang 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 bang. A dense cloud of smoke rose in the air. Kaguya lowered her eyes in front of her. Naruto's shadow clones filled her sight. Too many to count. Naruto's real body took the lead and rushed towards Kaguya. Kaguya held out her fist. 4 fist shadows formed by chakra hit Naruto wherever he passed. Naruto's shadow clones exploded. Seeing this scene, Kaguya's lips curled slightly at this time. Naruto rushed out from the smoke and hit Kaguya with his fist raised. Now, this is my space. Kaguya stretched out her palm and caught Naruto's fist swirl. The shadow clone in mid-air stepped down. Kaguya stretched out her other hand to block it. Another shadow clone appeared behind Kaguya and punched Kaguya on the back again. Kaguya didn't move at all. Seeing this, the shadow clone kicked Kaguya in the stomach, but Kaguya blocked it with her knee. Naruto, hearing this neat voice, Kaguya's eye roll disappeared and she looked up. The densely packed shadow clones shouted in unison, one line, continuous bombs. Kaguya raised her head and used Yomi Hirasaka. Naruto thought to himself, it's open at the same time. Obito opened his eyes after Kaguya entered the portal. Naruto followed. I will go in person. Initial space. Kaguya's figure just landed. The black Zetsu in her sleeve noticed Naruto. Did he come in? How is that possible? Kaguya frowned. The next moment, bone spurs sprouted from her back, and she pointed her palm at the portal in front of her. Use this trick to deal with him. Together we kill the ashes. Naruto, who was hiding not far away looking for an opportunity to attack, sensed the danger, leaned back slightly, and narrowly avoided the first bone spur that shot out from the portal behind him, but was pierced through the abdomen by the second bone spur. Die. As Black Zetsu finished his words, Naruto's body began to petrify from the abdomen, and finally shattered like a clod of earth. Now all the clones in the ice and snow world should have disappeared. Fire Nation Muai Village. Even with Naruto's reaction and speed, he couldn't dodge it. This move of killing the Grey Bones and the portal is simply impossible to defend against. This move is very similar to the ability of the Kurigakure Benbu clan. How terrifying. After being hit, Naruto was like his impure world reincarnation was cancelled, although Naruto said his real body went there. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Black Zetsu, this must be Naruto's shadow clone. The shadow clone that was killed was most likely planned long ago. Somewhere in the ninja world Boruto felt creepy. Dad was killed by this move. How come killing the Grey Bone together feels more powerful than seeking the Dao Jade? Future Sasuke said, both belong to the bloodline network. The killing power of the joint killing bone is stronger, but the seeking of the Way Jade can swallow the 5 elements and yin and yang and other properties. Anyone who touches the Grey Bone will die, and even Naruto, who has the power of yang, cannot be saved if one is hit by the Dao-seeking Jade. Even the soul will be annihilated at the place hit. This is the bloodline network on screen. After the portal reappeared, Kaguya floated in. When her figure disappeared, the space rotated and Obito and Sakura appeared in this space. Thanks to Naruto, we were able to successfully hide in my time and space, but now even Naruto's clone is gone. I can only rely on you, Sakura. Sakura looked at the debris on the ground and said, I understand. Her face was full of determination. I also consider myself a pioneer. If so, I will do better than Naruto. Hearing her words, Obito's expression softened a little, and the corners of his mouth curled up. Fire Nation Muai Village Hiruno Family. Hiruno Mibuki pointed at the screen and said to Hiruno Zhao, look, bro. Sakura's words made Obito laugh. Hiruno Zhao also laughed. When I told Sakura that I had caught up with Naruto and Sasuke, Sakura was mad. That's enough. Next time you say something bad about me, can you please say it behind my back? Ninja World, there's everything in the dream. You don't have any bloodline, you're not anyone's reincarnation, and you've reached this point through your own efforts. Sakura is my idol. It seems like Obito really admires Sakura. I almost forgot. Sakura is just a medical ninja who should be protected by her teammates. On screen, Ice and Snow Space Kakashi looked up at the sky. It looks like we've made it in smoothly. Obito, looking at Naruto's shadow clones in the air, Black Zetsu's tone was filled with confusion. I killed the original body, why hasn't the clone disappeared yet? Ninja World, well, because everyone's physique is different, it's normal. Kakashi must be blaming himself right now. As the teacher of Team 7, the students are all fighting, but he can't help at all. But don't worry, you will be able to help once Obito dies. Naruto's real body didn't go in at all. The one who went in was the shadow clone that had been standing next to Sakura and Obito. Somewhere in the ninja world, Heizetsu's face darkened. My future self, are you blind or stupid? That shadow clone doesn't even have a seeking truth jade behind it. How could it be the real me? After saying this in a bad mood, Black Zetsu suddenly felt a little regretful. If nothing unexpected happens, I may never have the chance to see you again, let alone fight alongside you like I did on the screen, Oka-san. Chapter 505, Finding Sasuke. On screen, was it just the clone that went in? I was tricked, Naruto said proudly. You discovered it? I am actually the real body. After saying that, Naruto's expression turned serious. He have to deal with it properly and stop her from going to time and space. Thinking of this, he rushed towards Kaguya first. At the same time, in the starting space, Obito said, this space should be connected to other spaces. Open them one by one and find Sasuke. Sakura said seriously. Yes. Then, she placed her hands on Obito's shoulders, and the diamond-shaped mark on her forehead turned into black lines that spread throughout Obito's body. With a huge chakra as a backup, Obito began to use Kamui to attack other spaces connected to the spherical space. A whirlpool appeared in front of the two people. Obito's eyes were bloodshot. It's a very distant space. He felt a little bit unbelievable. Kaguya was able to connect to it instantly. Fire Nation Muai Village. It seems that the gap between the 6 levels is quite large. Obito also became a 6 paths. But he was still shocked that Kaguya's ancestor could instantly connect to a space that even he felt was very far away. Why doesn't Obito use Susanoo himself? Is he too weak? Hasn't he been weak since he was a child? Just 2 minutes. On screen, the two saw the appearance of the space in the vortex. It's the lava space. Is this where we stayed before? Obito's tone was much weaker than before. Here. I can't sense Sasuke. After saying that, he covered his eyes and breathed heavily a few times. Sakura asked worriedly, are you okay? Continue. Sakura was stunned. Yes. At this moment, Ice and Snow Space. All the big guys in the ninja world have played Naruto Candy Crush Saga. Kaguya, the ancestor of chakra, is no exception. She was eliminating Naruto's shadow clones. Bang bang bang. At a certain moment, Kaguya subconsciously used Yomi Hirasuka to dodge the attack of Naruto's shadow clone. The black Zetsu in her sleeve reminded her, it's better not to open the entrance casually, Mom. Naruto wants to get close to Sasuke. Hearing this, Kaguya stretched out her hand and the black portal slowly disappeared. Black Zetsu continued, and I discovered something. There is a truth-seeking jade behind Naruto's body. After hearing Black Zetsu's reminder, Kaguya looked at Naruto, who had a truth-seeking ball behind him, and a smile appeared on the corner of her mouth opposite Kaguya. Naruto, with a truth-seeking ball behind him, looked extremely solemn. Fire Nation Muai Village, I thought you already knew. Naruto is too strong. He can hold off the ancestor for a long time by himself. With the Nine Tails constantly refining chakra to supply him, it seems that if he continues to fight like this, he can even defeat the ancestor by himself. The ancestor of Kaguya gives me the feeling that she is invincible. Not to mention relying on Naruto alone, even if Sasuke is added, it will be difficult. As the ancestor of chakra, she must have many moves that make Naruto and Sasuke feel very difficult. Kaguya knows which one is Naruto's real body. Naruto can't take any attack from her. He can only dodge in a panic. During the battle at the Valley of the End, Naruto didn't create so many shadow clones. Somewhere in the ninja world Boruto's palms were full of sweat. Next, Dad's true self might be deliberately targeted. On screen Kaguya's eyes were locked on Naruto, who possessed the truth-seeking jade. Several shadow clones approached Naruto, who had the truth-seeking ball. As if they wanted to protect the original body, Kaguya and Naruto rushed towards each other at the same time in perfect harmony. At the same time, initial space Obito opened up a space again. This space was like boiling water, bubbling with bubbles. It is the acid sea space. The next moment, a sea of acid surged out from the whirlpool, and Sakura quickly picked up Obito to avoid the oncoming sea of acid. Although her reaction was quick, Sakura's arms and back were still corroded by the acid. Sakura took off her ninja vest and pulled off her smoking sleeves. Obito looked at Sakura's painful appearance and asked, "Are you okay?" "It's okay. It's nothing." Fire Nation Muai Village Hiruno family. Hiruno Mibuki looked distressed. "Kid, can't you react faster? Being splashed by the acid sea is painful just to watch." Sakura waved her hand. "It's just a minor injury." Hiruno Zhao gave a thumbs up and said, "As expected of Sakura, you speak with confidence." After saying that, he looked at Sakura solemnly again. "If there is a similar situation in the future, you must be more cautious." Even if he didn't understand the acid sea, he knew it was very corrosive. On screen, the vortex in front of the two people slowly disappeared. Obito said to her, "You are a medical ninja, right? Wait until your injuries are healed before continuing." As he said this, he closed his eyes. "It's not the same place as before. Let's take a rest first." "No need to rest. Is chakra limited?" Obito turned his head and asked, "Why don't you heal your wounds?" "Even if," Sakura said firmly, "I don't want to ruin the opportunity Naruto gave me." Obito turned his head back, and after a moment of silence, he asked, "When you see him about to fall, will you involuntarily lend a hand to help him?" It's okay. Continue to the next one. It is good." The next space slowly opens. Obito and Sakura looked like they were overdrawing chakra to forcibly open this space. Ninja World Disc. Obito's expression is very similar to when my wife was giving birth. Has Obito also been conquered by Naruto's charm? Why would he ask such a question? If I have the ability, I will help Naruto even if I am stronger than Naruto. This may be the reason why Obito chose to help Naruto. Sakura has risked everything for Sasuke. She doesn't look much better than Obito right now. On screen the two saw Sasuke in the desert space that opened this time here. Sasuke. In the desert space Sasuke heard Sakura's voice and turned to look. Then Sakura shouted at him anxiously, "Sasuke! Come here! Hurry!" Sakura shouted, her eyes slowly closing and her body falling to the side. Obito couldn't hold on any longer at this moment. Not good. Sasuke finally reacted and ran towards the whirlpool. The vortex was getting smaller and smaller, and Sakura was becoming more and more anxious. Ugh! Damn it! Sakura continued to channel chakra, but it was still of no avail. The vortex completely dissipated Sasuke. How so? Sakura was completely exhausted and her body fell to one side as a result. My back was leaning on a chest that seemed a little thin but gave me a sense of security. Sasuke put his arm around Sakura's and they stared into each other's eyes. Obito in front took a breath, tilted his head and asked, "How did you get out?" Pure Land. Minato thought for a moment and guessed the reason. Tobirama spoke slowly. "Ninja vest." If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 506 Motivation. Ninja World. Isn't it already closed? How did Sasuke escape? Naruto is so fast, so of course Sasuke won't be slow either. It was Sasuke who used the power of the heavens to swap the positions of the vests. This time, the ninja vest has done a great job. It was because of this experience that Sasuke began to accept Sakura, right? Who could refuse someone who has done so much for them? On screen Sasuke explained, "This is my ability. I can instantly swap my position with that of a distant space. Although the distance is limited, but thanks to you, I caught up." Ice and snow space. Naruto looked at the bone spurs emerging from behind Kaguya and his pupils fluttered. "That's, the previous shadow clone was killed by that move." Bone spurs appeared on Kaguya's palms, and she rushed towards Naruto, who had the truth-seeking ball behind him. Seeing the killing ash bones shooting out from Kaguya's palm, two shadow clones stood in front of Naruto. Seeing this, Black Zetsu said, "The clone is trying his best to protect him. There is no mistake, mother. The one with the seeking truth jade behind him is the real one." After Black Zetsu finished speaking, countless Naruto clones appeared in front of Naruto, who had the truth-seeking ball. Kaguya rushed towards the shadow clones after stabbing two shadow clones. One of them looked at the bone spurs that had grown back on Kaguya's hand, and said solemnly, "Infinite." Kaguya attacked one by one, and Naruto's shadow clones were constantly being consumed. Ninja World, I'm sorry I didn't masturbate so much. I'm really sorry, but I really feel relieved. It's so strange. Why is that? Naruto should have seen through Kaguya's intentions and had already switched the truth-seeking orb. In the end, Kaguya's efforts were in vain. With so many shadow clones, after they dissipate, they will be reflected back to Naruto. How exhausted Naruto must be. On screen Kakashi blamed himself. "Is there nothing I can do but watch? Now Obito and Sakura are fighting hard." Madara. Naruto yelled, "It's not over yet. I will never lose." Kakashi below looked at the shadow clones rushing towards Kaguya fearlessly, his pupils trembling, obviously infected by Naruto's belief. "Naruto is fighting hard. Why should I be sad? No wonder I'm so useless. Even now, there must be something I can do." Just as he was thinking about this, the space rotated, and the three people who were in the original spherical space returned to the ice and snow space after seeing a certain figure. Heizetsu was shocked. How is it possible? It's Sasuke. Just as Sasuke was rushing over here, Kaguya used her hair to roll up Naruto, who had the truth-seeking ball behind him, and stabbed forward with a bone spur in her palm before anyone could react. Kaguya stabbed the bone spur into Naruto's chest. "No need to worry now, downward." Obito looked at this scene in disbelief. "How come?" Sakura covered her mouth. Naruto. The next moment, Naruto disappeared with a bang in front of Kaguya. Kaguya was stunned for a moment. Black Zetsu said in a gloomy tone, This guy actually let the seeking truth jade attach to the back of his clone? He was fooled by such a trick." Among the shadow clones, one of them, Naruto, looked down. "Thank you, Sakura." Obito. Sakura put her hands down and breathed a sigh of relief. "What? Are you okay?" Obito said speechlessly. "You scared me." Kakashi, with cold sweat on his face, looked at Naruto with dead fish eyes. "Well, Naruto has always been surprisingly smart." Ninja World. I was also shocked. He was fighting well, but he was killed suddenly. Fortunately, it was a shadow clone. Obito and Sakura knew Naruto's true form. Kaguya and Naruto fought for a long time before Black Zetsu mentioned this matter. The ancestor of Kaguya has already started to kill Naruto, which means she will not hold back on Naruto and Sasuke anymore. Naruto and Sasuke should have ended the battle normally, but Obito died before the battle was over. The original ancestor is really not that easy to deal with. On screen Naruto's real body flew to Sasuke. "Sasuke, have you thanked Sakura and Obito properly? Quickly focus on dealing with the enemy." Black Zetsu said to Kaguya, "Mom, now that they are together again, there is nothing we can do. We can no longer save chakra." Kaguya said, "I know." Somewhere in the ninja world Black Zetsu closed his eyes, savoring the moment. "It's my mother's voice. I heard my mother's voice again. I am her most important child. I'm going to remember this feeling forever. That's what motivated me to rescue my mom." Pure Land. Minato's eyelids twitched. The ancestor of Kaguya was just saving chakra before. Since she is not saving it now, then, on screen Kaguya activates Ain no Gotcha. Several people, including their shadow clones, instantly appeared in the gravity space. Kakashi couldn't handle the pressure and fell to his knees. Naruto's shadow clones fell from the sky and dissipated one after another with such gravity. Even Sasuke would find it difficult to get up, let alone others. "My body is so heavy. My body is sinking into the ground." Naruto fell from the sky and sat down next to Sasuke. Even the truth-seeking ball behind him fell to the ground with a thud. He rubbed his buttocks and said in pain, "I can't float up now. This time it's super gravity space." But Sasuke looked at Kaguya, who was lying on the ground opposite him. "Too. Ninja World has the ancestor still has this trick up his sleeve." Naruto's fall on his butt looks painful. "It's such a heavy space. I can't imagine how nice it would be to sleep in it, since even the Dao-seeking jade cannot withstand gravity. Then the co-killing gray bone should. On screen Kaguya raised her hands and pointed the bone spurs at Naruto and Sasuke. Obito was shocked. Kakashi's pupils shrank. Not good. Sasuke struggled to get up. Damn it. The power of my left eye hasn't recovered yet. Called out. Bone spurs shut out. Get out of the way. Sasuke. At this moment, Naruto and Sasuke burst out all their strength and jumped to the side. Did you fail to aim because of gravity? After hearing what Black Zetsu said, Kaguya pointed her palm at the two of them again. I made adjustments based on the previous attack, and I will definitely hit it this time. Don't even think about succeeding. Obito forced himself to stand up. Kakashi on the other side also stood up. The two of them ran towards Naruto and Sasuke almost at the same time. I have things I can still do. It would be nice if I could serve as a shield for both of them. The gray bones of mutual killing shot out from Kaguya's palm. We must catch up. Ninja world, it's so touching. Not to mention Naruto and Sasuke, even the original ancestors couldn't stand up, but these two were able to stand up with their faith and ran so far to block the attack for the two of them. What would Sasuke feel when he looked up and saw Kakashi running over to him and trying to block the co-killing ash bone? In a gravity space, Kakashi and Obito can actually stand up? This is too exaggerated. Somewhere in the ninja world, Boruto looked at future Sasuke and asked his doubts. Uncle Sasuke, why were Uncle Kakashi and Obito able to stand up and run so far? Future Sasuke doesn't know, and has never thought about it, but he soon thought of a reasonable explanation. Maybe it's because the more chakra a person has, the stronger the gravity they can withstand. Chapter 507. Damn it. On screen the two were still a short distance away from Naruto and Sasuke, but the bone spurs were getting closer and closer. At this time Obito was stunned. He saw a familiar figure and grabbed his hand. The same thing happened to Kakashi on the other side. As the two looked in astonishment, the figure grabbed their hands and pulled them in front of Naruto and Sasuke. Ninja world, what the hell? What the hell? Shine. Kakashi and Obito, both of you, die. Arigato, Lin. Thanks to you, Naruto was saved. This is saving the ninja world in disguise. Rin here is a spirit, right? She's always following Obito. Seeing this scene, I suddenly felt a little excited and a little sad. On screen Lin, you once again. Thank you, Lin. It's almost time for Obito and I to go find you. Let's catch up on the past together. Obito turned his attention to the bone spur in front of Kakashi. Lin, this time in that world, please stay with me and spend time just for the two of us. Hey, the sharp bone pierced Obito's abdomen. Kakashi is too much of a nuisance, so let's just leave him here. Thinking of this, Obito raised the corners of his mouth and activated Kamui. Kakashi's pupils shrank as he looked at the disappearing bone spur. Is this Kamui? Obito, you, Kakashi, please stay here. Don't come too fast. As he spoke, Obito's chest and abdomen began to turn to stone. Kakashi asked in a complicated tone, why? We are all mentally prepared, and we still need your strength right now. Obito endured the pain in his abdomen, took 2 deep breaths, and said nothing. The bone spurs on Kaguya's back began to turn into ashes. Black Zetsu suggested, concentrate your chakra again. Mom, let's go to the primordial space. You can recover faster there. Kakashi, who was standing opposite Kaguya, continued to ask Obito, why did you save a useless person like me? Ninja world, don't say that. You'll be useful soon. Those are 2 kaleidoscopes of divine power. I can't even imagine how powerful they are. Obito has matured. When he thinks of Rin, even whose smile isn't as perverted as before, Obito is going to die. Maybe this is the best ending for Obito. The move of killing ash bones together can only be used by the ancestor of Kaguya, right? I wonder if others can learn it? If anyone learns it, please be sure to poke Koki. On screen, stop talking about this and pay attention to the enemy. Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, this is their most critical moment. Kakashi, you still have to support the new era. It's too early to die now. As he thought about this, cracks began to appear on Obito's back. Seeing this, Naruto, who had already struggled to get up, quickly put his hands behind his back and used the power of Yang to heal him. Don't waste your energy, Naruto. He's hopeless and will just wither and die like garbage. Black Zetsu's words made Naruto look angry. Obito also said, give up, Naruto. That guy is right, don't waste chakra. Seeing that Naruto refused to give up on saving Obito, Black Zetsu asked, why are you helping this kind of person? He was originally your enemy. Forget it, he betrayed us anyway. He is just a piece of trash who changes his mind according to the situation, hated by both the enemy and us. He has no companions or relatives to cry for him, he is lonely and has nothing left. The person he cherishes most is dead, and he can't even realize his dream. He is used until he dies in a daze. He is just a fool who has accomplished nothing. There were more and more cracks on Obito's face, but his expression was unusually calm, as if Black Zetsu was not talking about him. Naruto behind Obito said angrily, "Stop talking nonsense." Right, Obito interrupted Naruto and then looked at Black Zetsu and said, "You are right, this ending is just right for a sinner like me at this time." Sasuke thought to himself, "My pupil power has recovered." The next moment, his figure appeared above Kaguya with a Chidori in his hand. Just when Chidori was about to hit Kaguya, the Rinnegan on Kaguya's forehead shook and dodged Sasuke's attack. Sasuke looked up at Kaguya, somewhat unwillingly. The next moment, the environment around them changed and they arrived at the starting space. Xiaoying was stunned. "I've been here before, has it changed the world again?" Sasuke's chakra exploded, and he turned his head and said, "Naruto, I'll be responsible for the fate this time. He can't be saved. You come to me." Naruto was silent after waiting for a while. Seeing that Naruto still didn't move, Sasuke said, "I'll go first." After saying that, he activated the complete form of Susanoo and soared into the sky, and the strong wind and dust he brought blew over Naruto and the others. Ninja World Sas, be gentle with your movements before Obito breaks it up. I'm not surprised that anyone would be angry about what Black Zetsu said about Obito, except Naruto, although it seems very realistic and a bit heartless. It is true. We should retain enough chakra in the current situation. Obito is beyond saving. It's a shame. It would be nice if we could see Kakashi and Obito team up for once. I think Obito was wrong. His mistake was that he failed to perform the infinite Tsukuyomi. I have too many regrets and wishes. No, it should be said that desires need to be realized in dreams. Only in this way can my heart be filled, even if it means sacrificing my life for it. I am willing to do so, quick. Now, dig out the eyes. On screen the debris on Obito's body kept falling down. He said to Naruto behind him, "Perhaps you will experience more suffering in the future. However, even so, you must persist in carrying out your ninja way. You have said that, right? Speaking directly and doing what I say. This is my way of ninja, is that so?" Naruto closed his eyes. Yes. Obito's arm turned into pieces. He tilted his head. "Naruto, you must become Hokage." After saying that, Obito turned into pieces and scattered all over the ground. It is good. Before I could feel sad, the sounds of fighting from Sasuke's side came over. Sasuke controlled Susanoo and punched Kaguya. But Kaguya dodged at the corner of Heizetsu's mouth. At Kaguya's sleeve suddenly curled up. Sasuke, who was chasing closely, seemed to realize something and looked back in Naruto's direction. Black Zetsu said, "That ant-like traitor is finally dead. Although it is just an ant, its vitality is comparable to that of a cockroach." After saying that, Black Zetsu laughed. Naruto frowned and looked at Black Zetsu with sharp eyes. "Don't laugh at Obito." Black Zetsu raised his lips. "Naruto, if you continue to go against us, you will end up like that pitiful and pathetic guy who turned into ashes." Naruto slowly lowered his head and said in a deep voice, "Obito, who aims to become Hokage, in my opinion." Naruto appeared in front of Kaguya in an instant, and swung the chakra blade in his hand with force, and Kaguya's arm flew out directly. The most handsome, Black Zetsu, who flew out along with his sleeves, had a tone full of disbelief. Impossible. Chapter 508. The Twin Gods with Kakashi. Ninja World. I agree with Black Zetsu on this point. Obito, who aims to be Hokage, cannot be the most handsome. The most handsome one is Sasuke. When Naruto gets angry, the power he unleashes is truly terrifying. I can only say, he is worthy of being the reincarnation of Ashura. If it were me, I would have taken revenge right away if I had the chance. Although Obito did a lot of wrong things, I was still very moved when I saw him sacrifice himself to protect his companions. Obito has lied enough, otherwise he could have used Izanagi. The clamoring Black Zetsu looks like a clown to me. Do you forgive Obito because you see yourself in him? To put it bluntly, Obito just meant well but ended up doing something wicked. And it was shown on screen before that Obito wanted to use the Rinnegan to revive everyone, but he was controlled by Black Zetsu, and in the end only resurrected Madara, divine space. Although he had made up his mind, Obito couldn't hide his complicated feelings when he saw Naruto standing up for him. "It was me who took your parents away from you. It was me who made your childhood like that. Why are you still so angry about me?" Such a Naruto. No wonder I would be willing to help him, even if it meant giving up my life for him, just like what I asked Sakura on the screen before. When he sees Naruto about to fall, He will involuntarily lend a helping hand. Fire Nation Muai Village. It's still hard to accept. He killed Naruto's parents and many villagers. He also made the Uchiha clan bear the blame for so many years. They were almost wiped out. Like on the screen, Obito just saved Naruto's life. With Naruto's personality, how could he remain indifferent? Naruto has always advocated letting go of hatred. Obito played a significant role in this battle. If Naruto hadn't truly let go of his hatred, he might not have been able to save the ninja world at all. On screen after landing, Naruto controlled the two truth-seeking jades behind him to transform into black sticks and nailed Black Zetsu to the ground. I can't move anymore. The complete form of Susanoo leaped high and slashed at Kaguya, whose arm was cut off. Kaguya dodged the sword and used her only remaining fist to unleash a series of 80 Gat air blasts, easily defeating the complete form of Susanoo. Kaguya opened her Byakugan and turned her head to look at Naruto. It's on, everyone. Each of Naruto's shadow clones holds a Rasenshuriken of Tailed Beast chakra with different attributes. Senjutsu, Super Tailed Beast Rasenshuriken. Naruto threw the Rasenshuriken in his hand. Boom boom boom, explosions kept occurring at Kaguya's location, and even Sasuke, who was flying backwards, was almost affected. Naruto appeared behind the flying Sasuke and caught him when the smoke cleared. Kaguya appeared in front of everyone with a disheveled figure and one of her sleeves blown off. The next moment, white-tailed beasts emerged from Kaguya's broken arm. Leading the group was a giant rabbit with a Rinnegan on its forehead. Another, big guy has arrived. What is this? Sasuke looked at the rabbit and guessed, wolf, Naruto, raccoon, cat, badger, or a rabbit. Sasuke said, whatever it is, this will make it easier for us to approach and seal it. Ninja world, this is a rabbit with eyes on its forehead. If I hadn't seen you two look so serious, I would have thought you were joking. How does this rabbit look like a wolf or a raccoon? Cat? Could it be that this is the original ancestor's true form? Is this why she is called the goddess of the rabbit? It should be that Naruto's move injured the ancestor, so the ancestor's chakra became unstable. On screen downward, Black Zetsu looked at Kaguya worriedly. This is not a humanoid form. It is not a Ten Tails form based on my mother's consciousness. The tailed beasts responded to Naruto's attack just now. Aren't they on the verge of separation? They can't calm down. Madara the rabbit roared, and several arms emerged to grab Sasuke and Naruto's shadow clones. The shadow clone pushed Naruto's real body aside, and after being caught by that hand, he was quickly melted and absorbed. Naruto said solemnly, Sasuke, don't let that white hand grab you. It will be absorbed instantly, and at a very fast speed. I know. Sakura below narrowly dodged the grabbing hand, but the hand kept chasing Sakura. Seeing this, Naruto shouted, Sasuke, use your eye technique to help Sakura escape. The other side, after all, you haven't forgotten that you were once famous all over the world, right? The name of Sharingan Kakashi. Kakashi opened his eyes, which had been closed just as Sasuke was about to use his heavenly hand. A blue hand came first and saved Sakura. Naruto breathed a sigh of relief. Good. Success, Sasuke asked in confusion. Susanoo? Who is it? Naruto looked at him in surprise. Isn't it yours? Black Zetsu on the ground also looked surprised. What happened? Fire Nation Muai Village Uchiha Clan land. A group of elite tribesmen. Alice, what a foreign copy ninja who can even use Susanoo, shouldn't. In the last video, it only said that Kakashi could use Uchiha Obito's eyes for a short time, but it didn't say that he could even use Susanoo. Ninja world goosebumps. One cough. Kakashi-sensei. Take his eyes and go save the world. Even if we can't see Kakashi-sensei take action on the screen, his reputation is known throughout the ninja world, especially the secrets of Konoha's taijutsu. On screen, no, that's impossible. Naruto smiled and said, nothing strange about this, right? The teacher is the famous copy ninja, Sharingan Kakashi. Sasuke explained, he no longer has the Sharingan, Susanoo in hand. Sakura, I don't understand what happened, but I was saved. Susanoo, you watch along. I'm here to save them this time. Protect the world. Looking at the big white hand grabbing towards him, Kakashi threw Sakura, who was in his hand. Next to him, Sakura was so frightened that she cried out, ugh. Naruto said solemnly, here it comes. Susanoo crossed his arms. Kakashi stared at the white palm in front of him with his Kamui Meijekyo. Try this trick. Put the power of Kamui into the shuriken. 4 shurikens appeared in Susanoo's hand and were thrown towards the big hand Kamikaze Shuriken. When the shuriken touched the white arm, the space twisted and broke the white arm. A miserable roar came out of the rabbit's mouth. Susanoo, as expected, the power of the 6 paths has been used to increase the power of the pupils. Sakura, behind Kakashi, was stunned. This power is Obito's Sharingan. Naruto also let out a wow. More powerful than Sasuke. Ninja World Sasuke should be jealous if Naruto says that. Too strong. This is the strongest Susanoo I have ever seen. Kamui is already quite strong, and Obito has also obtained the power of the 6 paths. I see. If he doesn't strengthen himself, Kakashi probably won't be able to open the complete form of Susanoo. Chapter 509 It will work. On screen Sasuke noticed something unusual. This chakra is, as soon as he finished speaking, the earth began to shatter, and powerful chakra emerged from the ground and flowed towards the white rabbit-tailed beast form. The rabbit's body became more and more swollen, revealing the black Tao-seeking jade inside, until finally, it completely turned into the shape of the Tao-seeking jade. Seeing this scene, the 4 people from Class 7 all looked solemn. This is the same as the ball behind me. After hearing what Naruto said, Sasuke said, the size difference is too big, and it is still getting bigger. Kakashi and Susanoo said, we can't move something that big with Kamui. Even if we go to space-time and hide temporarily, if that gets too big, we can never come back. Sasuke said, to stop it. Naruto pointed at the inflated Tao-seeking orb and said, I have to seal its true form right now. That rabbit lady. Yes. Kakashi narrowed his eyes. Gather together and convey the battle plan. This is our last mission, the former Team 7, let's save the world together. Hear what Kakashi said. Sasuke's lips moved. Naruto, okay, Sakura, understood. Ninja World, I don't even understand what that huge Tao-seeking jade is. I just know that it will destroy the space. Naruto, you're still in the mood to be naughty at this time. MRS. Rabbit. Naruto, are you really not afraid that the first ancestor will chase you and beat you up? Let's do a reverse harem again. There's no such thing as too much. If we add the Sage of 6 Paths into the mix, it will definitely work. Somewhere in the ninja world, Heiju's face suddenly turned black with anger. You're the auntie. Your whole family is aunties. Moon, you call me auntie. On screen, the fully recovered Kaguya appears in front of the truth-seeking jade. I am immortal. She opened her arms. As long as one of them dies, they will not be able to seal me. So, Kaguya opened her Byakugan and turned her gaze towards Sasuke and Naruto. Which one should I choose? As Kaguya finished her words, 6 shadow clones stood in front of Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto's real body pushed down the head of the shadow clone in front of him and yelled at Kaguya, I'm here to fight you. Bastard. Ninja World, the shadow clone was trying to stand in front of you with good intentions, but you suddenly went crazy. I guess the shadow clone must be cursing you in his heart. It's too much. In our era, Naruto can make me laugh no matter what serious occasion, even if it is about major events in the ninja world. But in the new era, even if I try to be funny, it doesn't make any sense. All I can feel is depression. On screen, Sasuke quickly stopped him and said, wait. Attack together. She was afraid of being sealed, so her attention was distracted. She took me for a while, and then jumped. Naruto responded and rushed towards Kaguya with Sasuke. Bone spurs appeared behind Kaguya. Kakashi and Sakura were shocked. The blue Susanoo rushed towards Kaguya. The next moment, 2 bone spikes shot towards the blue Susanoo. Kakashi's pupils shrank too fast. Downward Black Zetsu's mouth turned into a crescent moon when he smelled Edmund just gained a power that greatly increased her power and speed. It watched as the bone spikes easily broke through the defense of the complete form of Susanoo and pierced through Kakashi inside. Then, black lightning flashed in Kakashi's hands and he rushed towards Kaguya. Black Jew was stunned. Bone spurs pierced through Kakashi's body. That's a great ability. Obito can penetrate attacks. This move can also revive. The black lightning in Kakashi's hand cut Kaguya's right arm. Kamirakiri. Ninja World, unexpectedly, the kaleidoscope of power is so powerful. It should be because those eyes are blessed with the power of the 6 paths, otherwise Kakashi would not be able to hurt the ancestor. Obito can walk around the ninja world with just one eye, let alone a pair. It's a pity that it's only limited in time, otherwise Kakashi will definitely be of great help when the Akatsuki descends upon the ninja world in the future. But we also have to consider the issue of chakra consumption. They should chop off his head. Even if they can't kill him, it will definitely give Naruto and Sasuke a chance to seal him. To know how strong a person is, just look at the existence of his opponent. On screen, blood-sprayed Black Zetsu screamed in panic, Mom, not good. Right hand, Kaguya, who was falling downwards, stretched out her good hand and pointed it at Naruto. Black Zetsu saw that even though Naruto was targeted by the co-killing ash bone, he still refused to let go of such a good opportunity and wanted to continue sealing Kaguya. He seemed to have guessed something and felt something was wrong. No time to open other spaces to escape. A black portal opened next to Kaguya. The bone spur in Kaguya's hand hit Naruto. Naruto's body turned into smoke and dissipated on the other side. Sasuke's body released a transformation technique with a bang and turned back into Naruto. As expected, both of them are the reincarnations of Ashura. Did they change at that time? At that time, it naturally refers to the time when Naruto's shadow clone blocked Naruto's real body and Sasuke, the one on the right, is the real one. After the bone spur on Kaguya's left hand shot into the left portal, the bone spur emerged from the right portal. The bone spur was about to pierce Naruto's palm. Divine power. As Kakashi activated Kamui, the portal and the bone spurs were sucked into the Kamui space. Sasuke, hiding behind the shadow clone, used his heavenly hand power to switch positions with a shadow clone that was stupid. Not good. See the two people's hands getting closer and closer. Escape to the ice and snow space. No. Indra's reincarnation is Amaterasu. That won't do. As she thought about this, Kaguya's figure floated up into the sky, left the ceiling range of Naruto and Sasuke. At this time Sakura appeared above Kaguya with her fist raised. And me, as a woman, please don't look down on me. Boom. Sakura's fist smashed into the back of Kaguya's head, knocking her back into the seal range of Naruto and Sasuke. Fire Nation Muai Village. Brother Ying is Brother Ying. There are no weaklings in Team 7. This time, it's stable. Sakura is the most inspiring civilian ninja among female ninjas. It seems Sakura still remembers that Kaguya ignored her before. This battle was so exciting to watch. Whether it was the strength, the clever battle plan, or Naruto's fighting moves that amazed me, Hokage building Sarutobi Hiruzen's face was smiling like a brilliant chrysanthemum. Did Kaguya's ancestor fall into Sakura's hands? Without her punch, it would have been difficult to seal the ancestor. Even if Naruto's battle plan was ingenious, the ancestor still easily escaped. Mountain People Ino clenched her fists, her face full of excitement. That punch was awesome. Sakura, Hiruno family. Sakura cheered. I'm so awesome. Uchiha clan land mansion. Uchiha Hikaru thought for a moment, as expected of someone Boruto calls her aunt. Chapter 510, Flame Shunin Exam. On screen Kakashi watched this scene and felt deeply moved. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, what a beautiful picture you are in. Now take advantage of now. Watch out, bring it on. Naruto and Sasuke finally put their hands on Kaguya. 6 paths, earth-shattering star. Kaguya raised her head, and the Rinnegan on her forehead slowly closed. As the founder of chakra, I was defeated again by these scattered chakras. Why? Somewhere in the ninja world Black Zetsu looked resentful. Damn Uzumaki Naruto. Damn Uchiha Sasuke. Damn Kakashi. Ninja world, it's really sealed. It shouldn't have been long, right? This is the ancestor of chakra. Obito's eyes are too restraining to Kaguya's ancestors. Without those eyes, it would be really difficult to defeat Naruto and Sasuke alone. Sakura is amazing. She is worthy of being the 11th ninja among female ninjas in my heart. If there were more Rasengans of Boruto, maybe the battle could have ended faster. Alice, poor ancestor. Her dream was to end the war. Fire Nation Muai Village. Naruto's house. Jiraiya couldn't help but sigh. It's incredible to have defeated such an enemy. Minato must have been very relieved when he saw this scene. Right, Moon. Kaguya's eyes were filled with tears. It's sealed again. Even if you get out, you will still be sealed. Black Zetsu, I have wasted so many years of hard work. I am sorry for you, Agia. On screen title, Chunin Examine the Flame. Naruto vs Konohamaru. Fire Nation Muai Village. Hokage building Sarutobi Hiruzen's hands trembled. The Chunin exams. Isn't this bullying Konohamaru? Shikoku couldn't help but raise an eyebrow. Naruto has always been a Jonin. He wouldn't be defeated by Konohamaru, right? Could it be that he was defeated by the seduction technique? Well, there is another possibility. He has a stomach upset. On screen Yellow Sand Sky. Uden, Moji, and Konohamaru ran wildly in the desert, shouting just as Konohamaru was forming hand seals and about to fight the monster behind him. A voice sounded from above Rasengan. Boom. The smoke cleared and Naruto's figure appeared in front of the 3 people Uden greeted. Brother Naruto. Meng Wang stood up excitedly. Brother Naruto is really manly. If you dawdle here, you won't be able to pass the preliminaries. Is everyone okay? Uden and Moji nodded obediently. Konohamaru yelled in dissatisfaction. Really? Why do you always steal my limelight? It's a rare opportunity to show off. Listening to Konohamaru's accusation, Naruto scratched his head in embarrassment and said with a wry smile, I'm so sorry. Konohamaru walked away angrily. Moji. Uden. Go find another monster. Konohamaru. Wait, Naruto reminded. Eliminating monsters is not a rule of the game. After saying that, Naruto smiled and put his hands behind his head. That guy Konohamaru is really full of energy. Screen turned. The voice of Gaara, the fifth Kazekage, was heard. As you all know, this Chunin exam was specially held to prepare for the Fourth Ninja World War. The purpose of this exam is not to compare the strength of the villages, but to ensure the important combat effectiveness of the ninja coalition. In the examination room, the 5 Kage gathered. Gaara looked down and said, "Congratulations, you all passed the second round of exams brilliantly. The winners will advance to the final exam." Ninja World. How did he pass right away? I wanted to see Naruto scratching his head during the written test, so handsome. At this time, Gaara's hair is not as sparse as when he fought Momoshiki. All the Jinan here combined can't beat Naruto alone. Hey, all the Jinan candidates here, I'm going to tell you a secret. There's a guy here who even your village Kage can hardly beat. On screen the audience was talking a lot when someone saw Naruto, who was the tallest. That guy it is the one who saved Konoha single-handedly in the legend. You must be kidding, right? Isn't that Uzumaki Naruto? Some examinees stole glances at Naruto, their faces covered in sweat. Why would a monster like that sneak into the Chunin exam? It seems that Naruto is still a Jinan. You must be kidding. Ninja World, it's so funny. Look how scared these little test takers are. Oh no. The savior has become a demon. Feel the oppression from Konoha's Jinan. If we don't start now, this dark-skinned guy's skin will be washed white by his own sweat. Who wouldn't break out in a sweat if they met Naruto during the Chunin exams? Naruto has always been a Jinan, so he still failed this exam, but I really can't figure out how he lost, even though he's old enough to take part in the Chunin exams. Konohamaru's voice still sounds like he still breathed. On screen Meng Wang said with a smile, "Brother Naruto is attracting much attention." Yuden said, "Of course, he is one of the best ninjas in Konoha." On stage Temari stuck her fan on the ground and said to the Jinan below, "Now let me announce the rules of this battle. This time, a one-on-one free battle is adopted. Although this is a special event, the Chunin exam is still the best place for you to show your strength. Go all out." Downward, Naruto called out softly, "Konohamaru." Konohamaru turned to look at him. Naruto smiled and said, "Let's work hard towards becoming a Chunin together." "Of course, I will become a Chunin no matter what." Naruto couldn't help but laugh twice. "It seems you still want to beat me. Although he is my elder brother, he is also my competitor. I will never lose to you." Konohamaru gave a thumbs up. "Brother, you are just this." As he said this, he pointed his thumb downward. Naruto instantly exploded. "You guy, I can do it with just one finger." The two looked at each other angrily. Konohamaru, "Look, I will kill you without leaving a single piece of armor." Temari, "Next are the prohibitions for this battle." Naruto, "Look at me beating you to pulp." Their faces were almost touching. Konohamaru, "Give it a try." Naruto, "Just give it a try." Pure Land Kushina scratched her head. What kind of accident could happen? She naturally also thought about the fact that Naruto had always been a Jinan. It's impossible to lose. Among these people, Naruto must be the strongest. The corner of Minato's mouth twitched. "You two should stop chatting and at least listen to the rules that Temari is talking about." On screen Sakura on the stage shouted to the people below, interrupting the confrontation between the two. "Naruto, I'm explaining something important. Listen carefully." "Sakura, it's too noisy." Sakura looked around and was shocked to see everyone was looking at her. Sakura silently took a few steps back and shrank into the corner out of inferiority. Chapter 511 Naruto vs Konohamaru. Seeing this, Naruto pointed at her and laughed loudly before he could even laugh twice. A boot hit him in the face. The word appeared on the forehead of Sakura, who was barefoot. She clenched her fists and her whole body was burning with flames of anger. "Naruto, remember this." Naruto shivered. "Sakura, this is so scary." On stage next, the first round of the finals of the Chunin exam will be announced. Please take your seats, judges. The screen starts refreshing soon. The screen stopped. The referee announced, the first match, Uzumaki Naruto vs Sarutobi Konohamaru. After hearing the referee's words, Konohamaru, who had just finished talking nonsense, was stunned. This time it was Naruto's turn to be excited. The small universe is burning. Fire Nation Muai Village Hokage Building. Sarutobi Hirozen couldn't help but cover his face. "My grandson is in trouble." Ninja World. Konohamaru, "What did you say before? I want to hear it again." "Ha ha ha. I still like your arrogant look from before." "Konohamaru, can you repeat that thumbs down gesture you just made?" Right in front of Naruto. "What did Temari say before? I didn't even hear it clearly." "What rules? Shouldn't Naruto be the last to appear?" What's the point of being the first to appear? On screen the audience was talking a lot. It was Uzumaki Naruto at the beginning. This is a one-sided game. Cloud Village Auditorium. Karu propped up his chin. It's a pity for that kid. Amoy beside her looked worried. Is it okay if we don't avoid it? Uzumaki Naruto is a Jinchuriki, and I heard that he can't completely control the Nine Tails. If that brat tries hard and makes the Nine Tails lose control, before he could finish his words, Karu punched him on the head. You think too much. Konoha Auditorium. Konohamaru. Ebisu looked worried. How did we end up meeting each other? What should I do? Kakashi behind him said, even though he is a mentor, there's nothing we can do to save the situation at this time. We can only believe in him and support him. Ebisu gathered his strength, and then shouted, Konohamaru. Come on. Someone in the distance also shouted, don't waste your energy. Just admit defeat and go back to practice. Little devil. The ninjas and ordinary audiences in the audience seats were also making a lot of noise. Stop delaying the game, Ebisu. Damn it, damn it. Konohamaru. Naruto glanced at the noisy crowd on the stage. It's really a headache, but I also want to have a serious fight with Konohamaru. The tiny Konohamaru across from him said, Big brother, I have been waiting for this day for a long time. Naruto was stunned. Konohamaru raised his head. This is an opportunity. Everyone is paying attention to this match. Everyone is watching my brother and me. Being able to let everyone see my fight is a great opportunity for me. Konohamaru, the ninja of Konoha, to be recognized by everyone. I'm on it. Big brother, Fire Nation Muai Village Hokage Building. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked relieved, as expected of my grandson. Fugaku, whose key words were triggered, looked at him and said nothing. Ninja World. Haha. This is what a Naruto-chan should be like. Konohamaru. Come on. Konohamaru is a genius who defeated pain at such a young age. It's not shameful to lose, but if you win you'll become completely famous. On screen. Come on. Konohamaru. Shikamaru, the referee, announced the start. A cloud of smoke suddenly rose between Naruto and Konohamaru. Just as Naruto covered his mouth due to choking, Konohamaru's shout was heard. Otama, Rasengan. Seeing two Konohamaru rushing towards him with Rasengan in their hands, Naruto was shocked. Wait? I haven't taught you that move. I won't always follow you. Boom. Rubble was flying everywhere, and Konohamaru in the smoke heard Naruto's voice coming from above. Multiple shadow clone technique. Konohamaru turned around and immediately saw Naruto rubbing the Rasengan. Konohamaru also followed suit and formed a seal multiple shadow clone technique. Basically the same number of Konohamaru appeared. Naruto held a Rasengan and Konohamaru held the Qiu and a team battle started in mid-air. Konohamaru's shadow clone had almost no ability to fight back. No matter from which angle it attacked, it would eventually be knocked away by the Rasengan. The smoke on the training ground was so thick that it was difficult for the spectators to see what was happening inside. They could only hear the bang-bang sounds in the smoke. Somewhere in the ninja world Boruto was stunned. Brother Konohamaru can create so many shadow clones at this age? Ninja world. Konohamaru is actually Naruto's direct disciple. It's amazing that you can make a Chunin exam so exciting. I didn't teach you the Rasengan. Apart from the seduction technique, what else did you teach Konohamaru? The amount of chakra Konohamaru has is terrifying. On screen looking at the smoke in front of them, many viewers were a little confused. What happened? What happened? That little devil, he has been knocked down. It's only natural. Uzumaki Naruto wins. Next. Let's start the next game. Konoha Auditorium. Ebisu looked at Konohamaru who fell to the ground after the smoke dissipated, and clenched his fists tightly on the field. Naruto said to Konohamaru who was lying on the ground in front of him, Sorry, Konohamaru. I have to become a Chunin. Seeing this, referee Shikamaru came over with his hands in his pockets and spoke slowly, because Konohamaru can't continue fighting. Having said that, he saw Konohamaru move and then try to get up. Shikamaru asked, Can you still fight? Of course. Konohamaru stumbled a bit when he stood up. I haven't even hit Naruto-sama with a punch yet. Naruto smiled and said, Good job, Konohamaru. Konohamaru rushed forward with his fist raised, but Naruto easily dodged it. The two began to fight with physical skills. Konohamaru was kicked away after standing up. Konohamaru rushed forward. Konohamaru was knocked away by a punch after staggering to his feet. Konohamaru rushed forward again. Bang 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 bang. In the audience of Kumagakure Village. Does it need to be so extreme? Amoy said to Karu. It's not your turn to say this. Naruto, he won't show mercy. Sand Village Auditorium. He said, Isn't this a bit too much? Kankuro said, Naruto can understand his opponent's feelings, and he will never do anything to underestimate his opponent. Fire Nation Muay Village. It is because Naruto regards Konohamaru as an opponent he values, so he will not show mercy. This is Naruto's respect for Konohamaru. If Naruto shows mercy, Konohamaru will probably feel very disappointed. You are right. Fortunately, Naruto cannot transform into a tailed beast yet, otherwise he would have already rubbed a tailed beast ball. Hokage building Sarutobi Hiruzen put on the mask of pain. No matter what the result is, as long as Konohamaru tried his best, it's fine. Chapter 512 Loss of Qualification. On screen, Konohamaru raised his fist and rushed towards Naruto with a roar. Boom. Naruto punched him in the face. This punch made Konohamaru a little dazed. At least you have to hide him with one punch. I really can't surpass Naruto-sama. At this moment, he recalled the past scenes in his mind and memory. This is a step towards becoming a Hokage. If you want to be the Hokage, you have to defeat me first. Konohamaru looked at Naruto's back and shouted, I don't want to be a follower anymore. From now on, you and I are competitors. After saying that, smiles appeared on both of their faces. These memories' success helped Konohamaru regain his spirits. At this moment, he heard the audience cheering. Don't give up, at least one of your moves will hit you. Yes. Yes, come on, kid. Naruto across from him pointed his thumb at himself. Konohamaru, try to hit me with a punch. Konohamaru roared to the sky, threw out a shuriken, and formed seals with both hands. Shuriken shadow clone technique. What? Naruto was shocked. He drew out his kunai, blocked several shurikens, and then leapt into the air. At this moment, a shadow enveloped him. Naruto looked up and saw it was Konohamaru. This is Grandpa's ninjutsu, plus, Konohamaru formed seals with both hands. Fire style, ash burning, a thick cloud of smoke enveloped Naruto. Wait. Pause. Konohamaru gritted his teeth, and the thick smoke immediately turned into flames that swallowed Naruto. And this is Uncle Asuma's ninjutsu. Seeing this scene, the audience couldn't help but stand up and cheer for Konohamaru. That kid is quite capable. Ninja World Konohamaru always brings me different surprises every time. Wow, you know a lot of ninjutsu. And you're still just a Jinan. This is an outrageous talent. He used Naruto's method to comprehend the Rasengan on his own, and inexplicably learned the Datama Rasengan. At such a young age, the number of his multiple shadow clones is comparable to Naruto's. And the two ninjutsu that came after that, just by looking at it, you can tell that the learning difficulty is not low. Konohamaru is really an absolute genius. This brat is considered excellent even among Chunins. Fire Nation Fire Temple Asuma had a pleased smile on his face. I don't know what he was thinking about, but the smile on his face gradually disappeared. Why did the smile I just made seem like it was from heaven? In the field, Naruto patted the sparks off his body. Konohamaru yelled and rushed towards Naruto. There are no more shurikens. The chakra is gone too. At least let me land one punch. In the auditorium, go ahead. In the field, Naruto couldn't help but take a few steps back. That guy Konohamaru is so self-absorbed. Just as he was thinking about this, his foot tripped over a stone. Oh no. The moment he fell, Konohamaru punched him. Konohamaru stared at his fist blankly. I hit it. He gathered his strength, and then shouted excitedly, success, because I was too excited. My voice was a little broken. Konoha Auditorium Ebisu burst into tears. I finally did it. Konohamaru. So awesome. Tsunagakure Auditorium Kankuro exclaimed. You are quite capable. In the field, Konohamaru struck his own pose. I am Sarutobi Konohamaru. I want to be a man who can become Hokage. Hearing his shout, the audience suddenly became excited and everyone was shouting and cheering for him. Naruto, who was behind Konohamaru, stood up. I will not give up the title of Hokage so easily, Konohamaru. Okay. Konohamaru turned around full of fighting spirit. What he saw then was a scene that shocked him. Auditorium. Sakura, idiot. Temari, idiot. Amoy, idiot. Gaara, idiot. Kankuro, you are indeed an idiot. Temari looked at Naruto below. As a special case this time, the following restrictions are set. First, the use of magic is prohibited. Kakashi smiled and said, for the other members, we need to balance their strength. Naruto, who activated Sage Mode, was stunned. Huh? Shikamaru came over. Uzumaki Naruto has lost his qualification for the competition due to violating the rules. As he said this, he walked over to Konohamaru, grabbed his wrist, and lifted it up. Winner, Sarutobi Konohamaru. Konohamaru, with a bruised face and nose, was still a little confused at the moment. After he realized what was happening, he burst into tears of joy. Naruto was also a little confused. After he reacted, his eyes widened like copper bells and his nose started running. Ninja World fool, Gaara's call of idiot is still the most endearing. It's just as I guessed before. Activate Sage Mode? Naruto, do you want to kill Konohamaru? Naruto must have heard the rules and deliberately wanted to lose to Konohamaru. You'll get used to it. The savior of our ninja world has always been the one who makes fun of us. Let's congratulate Konohamaru for eliminating Naruto and advancing to the next round. Somewhere in the ninja world Boruto laughed while holding his stomach. Dad's expression. Ha ha ha. Fire Nation Muai Village Hokage Building Saratobi Hirozen accidentally laughed like a pig. Uchiha Clan Land Mansion. Uchiha Guang curled the corners of his mouth. Pure Land Minato sighed. Fool. Moon looking at Konohamaru on the screen who was sobbing with joy. Kaguya showed admiration on her face. Well done, scattered chakra imps. On screen Naruto didn't know how long he stood there until a piece of newspaper was stuck on his face. Damn. What is this? Naruto opened the newspaper and saw the silly face on Shikamaru's face when he heard him say that he had lost the qualification to participate in the competition. Naruto hearing someone calling him, Naruto took down the newspaper and saw a group of people gathered in front of him. The one who just called me was Gaara. You can become a Chunin at any time. Kakashi also smiled and gave a thumbs up and said, in terms of strength, you are already above me. Ebisu echoed, that's right, you are Konoha's hero. Naruto's cheeks turned slightly red due to the praise, and he felt a little flattered. No way. No way. I'm not that great. Sakura smiled and said, finally, I have turned back into the original Naruto. Okay, let's go back, wait for me, let me say something. Naruto turned around, then lowered his head to see Konohamaru, who had changed into Chunin vest. Konohamaru put his hands in his pockets and bared his teeth. Naruto looked unhappy. This guy. Then a genuine smile appeared on his face again. That's great, Konohamaru pointed his index finger at Naruto. From now on, you are my subordinate. Naruto couldn't hold it in any longer and broke down. What the hell is this? Ninja World. Didn't Naruto say this when he took part in the Chunin exam for the first time? Even if he was a Jonin his whole life, he would become Hokage. Ha ha ha. This knife went straight into Naruto's heart. Konohamaru, you are getting too arrogant. Be careful that your subordinates beat up their superiors. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 513 Final Chapter. On screen next video title, Final Chapter. The screen starts a long time ago, before the concept of ninjas appeared. A man who claimed to have mastered the forbidden technique obtained the power of chakra and brought order to the troubled times. However, the later generations tend to rely too much on this power, which makes people wonder, is it power, or love that maintains the world order? This contradiction gradually spread, and opened a prelude to a long struggle for future generations. Scenes flashed by, from ancient times to the Warring States period, and then to Naruto and Sasuke's battle in the Valley of the End. Then the screen went black when it lights up. It is snowing lightly in a forest. 3 children were loudly laughing at the little girl with a white eye opposite them. You are the daughter of the Hyuga family, so just show us your white eyes. If you don't want to, don't look at us. Those eyes are so spooky. It's basically a monster. You are a white-eyed monster. Little Hinata covered her eyes with her hands, squatted down, and started crying in grievance. Not far away Naruto, who was swinging on the swing, saw what was happening over there and ran over. Hey! Don't bully her. Fire Nation Muai Village Hyuga Clan Hayashi sighed. Hinata's cowardly character has always been his biggest headache. Fortunately, a lot has changed now. Somewhere in the ninja world Borinki's face turned red. Assholes. I really want to teach these 3 guys a lesson. They should be thankful that this isn't the mother of the limited Tsukuyomi world, or else they would be doomed. Pure Land Kushina's eyes flickered with nostalgia. A hero saves a beautiful girl. As expected, he's Minato's offspring. Minato's mouth curled up. It turns out that Naruto and Hinata knew each other when they were so young. On screen the 3 children turned around when they heard the sound. Who are you? When he got closer, Naruto stopped, took a breath, and said, my name is Uzumaki Naruto, and I am the future Hokage. The future Hokage? He is just a fool. Right. Naruto formed a seal with his hands. Wake up. Shadow clone technique. Bang bang. Twice too many shadow clones appeared at Naruto's feet. The 3 children looked down blankly. Mini Naruto on the left, come and hit me. Mini Naruto on the right, come on. Somewhere in the ninja world Boruto's original anger was instantly diluted by Naruto's shadow clone. So small. Dad, are you planning to use your shadow clone to make your opponent laugh to death? Ninja World Kawaii. The shadow clones and childhood Naruto are so cute. Big fall, if they appear in front of me, these two shadow clones will be drowned by my saliva, not even as high as my ankle. Naruto, accept my challenge. I want to challenge you in single combat, it doesn't matter. Two little shadow clones are already great, such a small shadow clone couldn't even defeat the mouse that my cat caught in my bed. I'm sorry, Infinite Tsukuyomi, my heart that supported you has been redeemed. Fire Nation Muai Village Uchiha Clan Land Luxury Home Uchiha Hikaru pouted, it's obvious that this doll will be made soon. Well, it is indeed worth collecting. Pure Land Kushina's eyes were full of stars. Shirama pointed at Naruto's shadow clone on the screen and laughed. There is such a small clone? Haha, Izuna couldn't help but laugh. Oh, you have quite a temper. Come and hit me. Ha ha ha. On screen, the three children pointed at Naruto's shadow clone and laughed loudly. A drop of sweat slid down Naruto's face. Fool. One of the kids punched Naruto in the face. Naruto fell in the snow with blood spurting from his nose. The child clenched his fist. He rolled his eyes too. What future Hokage? He's wearing a red scarf, and he loves to show off. The three children kept stepping on Naruto's scarf. At a certain moment, Naruto, who was lying on the ground, suddenly opened his eyes, stood up, and shouted, "It's not over yet. I will perform a very powerful technique this time." Just as he formed seals with his hands and prepared to perform the powerful technique he had mentioned, the three children had disappeared, and only Hinata was standing beside them. Seeing this, Naruto stopped pretending, squatted down and cried out in pain. "It hurts." Hinata squatted down and asked worriedly, Are you okay?" Naruto touched his face. "This minor injury is nothing. They took your scarf." Naruto waved his hand, looking nonchalant. Hinata hugged her scarf and said guiltily, "I'm really sorry. Don't take it to heart with that." Naruto stood up and prepared to leave. "That, what's wrong?" Naruto stopped. "Thank you very much." Hinata bowed towards Naruto. Naruto, with a bruised face and nose, smiled and waved, "Goodbye, Ninja World." I think I know why Hinata liked to peek at Naruto so much when they were in ninja school. I still can't forget Miss Hinata from the limited Tsukuyomi world. Of course, the one I can't forget the most is little brother Shino. He was beaten so badly by three naughty kids and he said it was nothing. Naruto has always liked to show off since he was a child. Somewhere in the ninja world, Boruto's eyes sparkled with excitement. It turns out to be a story about my dad and my mom. On screen turn ninja school. Iruka's voice rang out. "Imagine, if tomorrow is the end of the world, who would you want to be with?" Naruto held the back of his head with his hands. "The end of the world will never come," Iruka continued. "For example, the moon falls or something." Chaji held his chubby face in his hands and lost himself in fantasy. "If the end of the world comes, I hope that what falls from the sky is not the moon, but mooncakes." The students in the class burst into laughter. Naruto turned to look at Sakura beside him. "Even if the moon falls, I will protect you all. It's okay even if I don't want your protection." After saying that, Sakura looked at Sasuke, who was resting with his eyes closed. With a crazy look on her face, Iruka said to the students, "Write down the names of the people you want to be with you when the world ends." Naruto rested his face in his hands. It's over. I don't know who my father is, who my mother is, and I don't have any friends." Not far away, Hinata was holding a pen with both hands at this moment. A paper airplane flew past her and out of the window Iruka walked up to Naruto, put his hands on his waist and loudly taught him, "Hey, Naruto, don't waste paper. The end of the world will never come." Iruka said helplessly, "So it is the situation if the earth is destroyed, it won't end." Seeing this scene, Hinata seemed to have the answer in her mind and wrote a name on the paper screen. Time flies like an arrow, and time flies like a shuttle. Naruto with a shaved head appeared in front of everyone. Chapter 514 Relics. Ninja World. He has matured since his battle with Sasuke at the Valley of the End, but I still think Naruto looked more handsome with his old hairstyle. Hinata wouldn't have written Naruto's name, would she? Then wouldn't Hinata's father be so angry that smoke would come out of his nostrils? After all, his own cabbage is so small. Based on my understanding of Naruto, I guess Hinata was the one who confessed first, and then Naruto was moved by her. On screen somewhere in the ninja world, a white-haired young man looked at the three Hyuga clan members below and said to the leader, "This is destiny, the destiny that the Hyuga clan bears. This is the last question. Hinata Hayashi, answer me. Tell me the answer that will determine the future of your clan." This is Hinata's answer. As he said this, Hayashi jumped high up and slapped the young man with his palm. "Madness," the young man said calmly. "Stupid." After saying that, his figure disappeared, leaving Rizu's palm in vain. Ninja World. The destiny of the Hyuga clan. Isn't this Sharon, Hyuga clan leader? What are you doing? Stop it. Tonari is one of us. Sharon's tone sounds condescending. The Hyuga clan seems to be even more powerful than the Uchiha clan. Those Akatsuki clan all have the Byakugan look. On screen SHHHHHH, several figures leap into the air and swoop down towards Hayashi. Hayashi assumed a fighting stance, and the two Hyuga ninjas quickly blocked Hayashi behind them. Quickly started fighting with these mysterious people. During the fight, a member of the Hyuga tribe broke the arm of one of the mysterious men, but the mysterious man seemed not to be affected at all and continued to attack the members of the Hyuga tribe. The three Hyuga men were soon at a disadvantage. Hayashi was pinned down by a dozen mysterious men and was sent flying. When he used the Kaiten technique, a ball of light appeared in the palm of the leading mysterious man and was aimed at Rezu. Boom! There was an explosion right under Rezu's feet, and smoke and dust rose up. Rezu's figure flashed, and he ran away, covering his shoulder. After escaping to a cave, the mysterious man hit the top of the cave with a ball of light. Boom! The huge rocks collapsed, and the Japanese were buried under the shattered rubble, with nowhere to hide. Fire Nation Muai Village Hokage building. It seems that the Hyuga is still hiding a huge secret. And the secret is related to Akatsuki Tonari. These guys who fought Hinata don't look like humans. Fugaku thought of the technique that future Sasuke told him, which could split the moon in one blow. The troubles that Hinata can't solve will eventually have to be solved by Naruto. On screen to Ninja School. Naruto said to the children who had graduated from the ninja school below, "I am today's special lecturer. I will demonstrate. Everyone, please watch." Hey. Ha. Naruto demonstrated his physical skills in front of the children with punches and kicks. Naruto-senpai, the girls on the second floor of the school shouted in admiration. There was even a girl who was so excited that she almost fell down from the building outside the fence. Zu, Lu, and I were watching this scene. I didn't expect this guy to be popular sometimes. Popularity period, when you are popular with girls. Ever since he showed his prowess in the war 2 years ago, he has become a hero in the village. Inside a Chiriko ramen. Naruto was treating some kids to ramen. Come on, don't be polite, eat it. Thank you for the hospitality. At this time, Konohamaru ran over Naruto's brother Naruto, who was about to eat ramen, turned around and said, "Konohamaru." Konohamaru said, "Come with me later, I have something good to show you." What? Grandpa's legacy screen turn in a utility room, found it during the spring cleaning. Naruto picked up a monkey doll wearing a Hokage hat, smoking a pipe, and holding 2 small gongs. "This is," Konohamaru said, "don't call them junk. These are very important things." "Yeah," Konohamaru emphasized again, "it looks like scrap metal, but it's really not." Naruto didn't know what switch he touched, and the little monkey started hitting the gong in his hand with a bang-bang sound. After the gong was struck twice, the little monkey opened his eyes wide, bared his big white teeth and cackled twice. Fire Nation Muai Village Hokage building. Sarutobi Hirozen touched his nose. "Kind of embarrassing, my dear grandson. You don't have to keep repeating that it's not junk metal." The others looked surprised. "Wow. So vivid and lifelike." Pure Land Kushina burst out laughing. "This piece of rotten copper and iron looks so much like an old man from the 3rd generation. It's so funny, Ninja World. I can't resist this kind of ugly and cute thing. In my eyes, it's cuter than Naruto's little shadow clone. I finally understand why he is called the 3rd Hokage monkey. I didn't think he looked like him before, but now it seems that he does look like him. This baring of teeth, I really couldn't help it. I feel this monkey is a bit weird, so scary. Could it be that the soul of the 3rd Hokage after his death is attached to it?" On screen Hyuga clan land. Hinata is knitting a red scarf under the light. At a certain moment, she stopped what she was doing, and the image of Naruto as a child emerged in her mind. With the corners of her mouth slightly raised. The next day Naruto and Konohamaru were walking down the street. Konohamaru held the back of his head with both hands and said, "It's really fast. They are already selling the things for the Samsara festival." At this time, a girl's voice came from behind Senior Naruto. Hearing someone calling him, Naruto stopped and turned around. A girl ran up to Naruto and handed him the paper bag in her hand. "This is a gift from the Reincarnation Festival. Give it to me." The girl bent down and held the bag closer. "I have always supported you." Seeing someone taking the lead, the other girls also mustered up the courage to run to Naruto and Konohamaru, but after a while, a lot of people gathered behind the girl. "I made this myself." The girls bent down and handed the gifts in their hands to Naruto. "Please accept it, Senior." Naruto and Konohamaru were holding the box that could no longer fall down. Then, "Thank you, Ninja World." Huh? This group of people, really, didn't they just save the Ninja World? They blocked Konoha and forced it to close the village. I can't even go in and issue a mission. These people only know that Naruto is a hero. What if they saw how Naruto became a hero step by step? I guess their house would be filled with gifts. Sasuke is still wandering at this time, right? In fact, I am more curious about how Sasuke and Sakura are together than Hinata and Naruto. On screen, Hinata walked out of a store. Thank you for your patronage. Welcome to come again. Hinata. Sakura, who was also shopping, saw Hinata and ran forward a few steps. Sakura looked at what Hinata was holding in her arms and asked in confusion, "You want to weave? That's so rare." Hinata explained, "I am knitting a scarf now." Sakura stroked her chin and moved closer to Hinata's face to examine it more closely. Hinata felt a little guilty when she looked at her. "What's wrong?" Sakura clapped her hands on Hinata's shoulders and encouraged her, "Do your best. You knitted the scarf as a gift for him, right?" Hinata lowered her head and her cheeks flushed when she heard what Sakura said. Chapter 515. The moon approaches. Evening. Hyuga clan. Hinata recalled Sakura's words in her mind. That guy has become increasingly popular recently. There were girls who came from other villages specifically to take his picture. Your reaction is too negative. We have to give him the towel quickly. Really? You can't be so weak. You need to show some strength. It was snowing lightly outside. Hinata in the house was still knitting a scarf. A few days later in the forest, Sai looked at the crescent moon in the sky and suddenly discovered that the moon was different from usual. Why is the moon so big? Hyuga clan, it's done. I wove this with my heart. I believe Naruto can feel my feelings. Thinking of this, Hinata ran towards the door. I just ran a few steps. Can he really feel it? Hinata walked back slowly step by step. It's too late today. Let's send it tomorrow. After walking a few steps, Hinata turned around. No. Give it to him tonight. A few steps later. Or, tomorrow. No. Tonight. Or, I'll send it tomorrow. Hinata hugged her scarf, lowered her head, and just stood there in silence. Ninja world, huh? Kind of cute. It seems that Naruto doesn't have that kind of feelings for Hinata right now. Even if he confesses, it will probably fail. There was once a beautiful girl who liked me like this. After we got together, she would make my favorite lunchboxes every day, sew clothes for me, and her heart and eyes were full of me. But later, Alice. I woke up from that dream because I had to pee. Fire Nation Muai Village Uchiha Clan Land Mansion Uchiha Hikaru side. I'm so troubled about giving a scarf as a present. How about confessing my love? Anyway, Uchiha Hikaru clenched his fists to cheer for Hinata on the screen. Come on. You can do it. Have courage and go for it. Naruto's house. Jiraiya had an anti-smile on his face. This little girl is quite cute. It's a good thing you saw it on the screen, otherwise you don't know how many detours you would have to take. Naruto was indeed touched, but he didn't want to admit it. Naruto was indeed not dead, but the news we got from the screen is that he made Hinata a widow only in his 30s. On screen the sound of fireworks rang out in the pavilion nearby. Don't hesitate, confess your feelings now. Hinata looked in the direction of the voice. Hanabi, don't hide there silently, Hanabi said to her. A girl who is troubled by love is really cute. Children should not imitate the tone of adults when speaking. Hanabi came in front of Hinata. I'm not a child. I'm not inferior to adults in terms of the inside of Lun's Byakugan. As she spoke, Hanabi pulled out a kunai with a mini ninja pendant hanging from it. By the way, look, isn't this cute? Hanabi, you're using the kunai as a toy again. Hanabi's lips curled up into a sly smile. When you confess, he will laugh if your stomach growls. Hearing Hanabi's joke, Hinata quickly retorted. I'm not going to confess to him. After saying that, he turned around and left looking at Hinata who was running away. Hanabi smiled and said, instead of giving her a scarf, it would be more practical to dress her up a little. Ninja world, whatever Miss Hanabi says is right. Holy, Naruto's sister-in-law is so beautiful. Where did you buy the doll on the kunai? I really want to buy a Naruto mini shadow clone model. On screen turn 5. Kage talks. You said the moon will fall. It can be clearly seen that the moon is approaching the earth. Is this the reason why there are so many meteorites recently? Kakashi's assistant came over and said, let me explain it to you. As the two celestial bodies gradually approach each other, their gravity will slowly take effect. When they exceed a certain distance, the surface of the moon will begin to break apart. It is currently speculated that the fragments fell to the surface. Anoki asked, what will be the consequences? After the moon completely disintegrates, all the debris will probably fall to the surface. If we don't try to stop it, humans might. AI continued, we can only wait for destruction. Madarumi asked, is this a natural phenomenon or a man-made attack? Kakashi said, this is the subtle point. Ninja world, what? What? The moon will fall? Will this happen in the future? Can you please let me live my life in peace? What kind of a rotten world is this? They want to wipe out humanity every now and then. What a joke. How could it be man-made? Who has the ability to bring the moon closer to the earth? Could it be that someone wants to release the first ancestor again? What does it matter? Boruto was able to be born safely, which proves that this crisis was finally resolved. I guess Naruto has saved the ninja world again. Country of Earth Iwagakure. Deidara's eyes were filled with excitement. Let me blow up the moon ahead of time. Inoki scolded. You stay in Iwagakure village. Deidara immediately deflated. There's no way. This old man is watching me too closely. I can't escape. He follows me everywhere. Oh, forget it. Even if a world-destroying crisis comes, it won't fall on us. We have Naruto and Sasuke to handle it. The Kingdom of Thunder Unine Village. Who still remembers that scene on the screen before? Masaka, you mean the part where Sasuke shattered the meteorite? The chakra cannon we developed in the future of Kumagakure is so powerful that it doesn't even need Naruto's protection. On screen Ichiriko Ramen Shop. Naruto, Sakura and Ino Shikajo were sitting together. Naruto opened the disposable chopsticks in his hand. It's the season for tasting ramen again. Sakura complained. Come on, you eat ramen all year round, right? It seems like you never get tired of it. Yes, I love ramen the most. After saying that, Naruto held up 5 fingers and said to Uncle Ichiriku, add 5 more servings of dumplings. Coming right up. Tongzi tilted his head and looked at Naruto. It's too much for 5 people. I can't eat it. Shikamaru beside him said, it's not for you to eat. Naruto picked up the chopsticks. I'm starting. He was about to speak when he suddenly took off his scarf as if he remembered something. This cannot be dirty. Sakura leaned over and asked, hey, that scarf. Before I could finish my question, I heard Ino suddenly shout, Hinata, if you haven't eaten yet, come and eat with us. Naruto turned around and saw Hinata holding a gift box. He smiled and said, it's rare that I treat you today. Naruto said that since something good has happened, he wants to share the happiness with everyone. Hinata lowered her head and looked at the gift box, and her arms went in front of Naruto. Her voice was still as soft as a mosquito's hum as when she was a child, but Sakura stood up and gave up her seat next to Naruto. Why are you being so polite to us? Come on, this seat is for you. Naruto pointed casually to the place next to him. Come on, Hinata. Chapter 516, Fireworks is abducted. Pure Land. Kushina gave Sakura a thumbs up. Sakura still has good eyesight. Ninja World. Did Naruto order those 5 dumplings for Hinata? Doesn't he have the ability to predict the future? Invite Hinata to dinner? Hinata is the champion of the Big Eater competition. Are you sure your savings are enough? Naruto-kun, you don't want your wallet to be emptied, do you? On screen at this time Naruto-senpai. Naruto looked in the direction of the voice and saw the 3 girls who had given him gifts earlier. It's you. Come on, order whatever you want. Just consider it as a return gift. You're welcome. Then Hinata lowered her head and looked at the ramen in front of her. Hinata also orders her favorite food. Seeing Naruto was about to go sit next to Hinata, the girl quickly stepped forward and hugged Naruto's arm. Senior, come here. Yes, eat with us. Seeing this scene, Hinata stood up and walked out of the ramen shop. Hinata, what's wrong? Hinata whispered. Sorry, I'm not hungry at all now. Hinata, Sakura called out again, and when she saw that Hinata was still determined to leave, she turned to look at Naruto. Give it to someone else. Naruto was stunned. Me. Send Hinata home. Why? Because Sakura is stuck. She thought about it and finally came up with a reason. A young girl walks alone at night. Huh? Hinata is very strong. No one in the village should dare to do anything to her, right? After hearing Naruto say this, Hinata, who had originally stopped walking, all her expectations turned into disappointment. Hinata, Sakura looked helpless. Naruto is a big fool. After saying that, she chased after him. Naruto, whose arm was held by the girl, looked confused. Why do you say I'm a fool? Just as Naruto was about to catch up to ask for clarification, another girl stood in front of him holding dumplings. Senior, the hot dumplings are here. Let's eat together. Ninja World. Let alone Naruto, anyone would feel confused, right? You didn't even give me a chance to confess. As long as you are good enough, you will see how proactive those unattainable beauties are. The best way is to let someone else tell Naruto that Hinata has always had a crush on him. We have to break this window paper first. Hinata is the first person of the opposite sex who likes Naruto. She has liked him since she was a child. These girls who gave Naruto gifts just like the hero who saved the ninja world. Pure Land. Kushina scratched her head. Alice, there is no way. My son being too outstanding is also a kind of trouble. Come on. Hinata. Take down that brat. You are my most recognized daughter-in-law. On screen on the way back to Hyuga's house Sakura sighed. That guy is really super slow. After complaining, Sakura said, is that the scarf you were holding for him? Hinata, you will be fine. You must have confidence in yourself. Thank you, Sakura. After that, she asked with some doubt, why are you cheering for me so much? This is because, Sakura lowered her head and thought of someone in short. Let's cheer each other on each other. When they arrived at the Hyuga family's gate, Hinata stood at the door for a long time, and finally mustered up the courage and ran back. And right now several mysterious men jumped down from the eagle after landing at the Hyuga clan's territory. Several people quickly split up and acted as if they were looking for something. The mysterious man opened room after room and finally found fireworks in a room on the second floor. Hana beheld the Kyune, with a vigilant look on her face. Who is it? But the next moment, her scream was heard in the room. Fire Nation Muai Village Hyuga clan. Hanabi shrank back into Hinata's arms in fear. Hinata quickly hugged her tightly and comforted her softly. Don't be afraid, even if I don't go to find Naruto in the future, I will protect you. Hayashi waved his hand with a dark face. Forget it. I'm just afraid that something will happen to you if you're here. Niji clenched his fists, the anger in his eyes difficult to suppress. Akatsuki Tonari, Ninja World. It was so easy for someone to sneak into the Hyuga clan of the Konoha Ninja Village. Damn it. What are you going to do to Hanabi? Naruto brother-in-law. Go save them. No, I'm leaving the fireworks in your hands, but please don't let her be destroyed by your cruel hands. Boruto-san won't be in any danger, but I don't know what Tonari's purpose is. It seems that Sharon wasn't a good person at the beginning. On screen outside the village while drawing, Sai saw an eagle rising from the bottom of the cliff. Although it was night, because the distance was too close, he could still see the appearance of the abducted person clearly. Fireworks, super beast fake painting. The eagle in front flew quickly through the forest, and Sai followed closely. The mysterious man on the eagle's back pointed his palm at Sai. Behind him a ball of light condensed in his palm. Call out. Sai dodged several balls of light easily. However, the next second dense balls of light shot out from the front. The light balls were so dense that there was no room to dodge. Boom! A huge ball of fire shot up into the sky. Fire Nation Muai Village. It's over. If he gets hit, won't his body be covered in bruises? How could he be hit? Sai must have dodged it, otherwise he would have been torn to pieces. Alice. Sai's ability is still very cool and useful, but there is still a big gap in hard power compared to Naruto and Sasuke. Since the one he is chasing is not Naruto or Sasuke, he will definitely not be able to catch up this time. Why did Tonari kidnap Hanabi? Could it be that he also thought Hanabi was beautiful and wanted to take her home as his wife? On screen under the street light, Hinata looked down at the gift box in her hands. Naruto, for such a long time, I have always watched your back silently. But from now on, I want to stay by your side forever, so, I knitted this scarf with great care. Please accept my kindness. As she spoke, she bent down and handed the gift box over with both hands. Seeing this scene, Kushina in the Pure Land felt somewhat relieved. Finally, you said it, kid. I just don't know what Naruto's attitude is, but the most urgent thing is to rescue Hanabi as soon as possible. On screen the screen zooms out. There was no one in front of Hinata. Ninja World. On this, Hinata will be very embarrassed if someone sees this. I thought you finally got up the courage, but I didn't expect you were just practicing. Go home quickly. Your sister has been kidnapped. On screen. Okay, let's do it again. Naruto. Hinata's voice happened to be heard by Naruto, who was returning home. Hinata. Hinata was startled when she heard Naruto's voice. Hello, Naruto. Chapter 517 Doomsday. Naruto laughed. We just met at Ichiraku. Makes sense. Naruto saw Hinata staring at him and asked, what's wrong? Your scarf is so beautiful. Naruto was stunned for a moment, then touched his scarf. This, isn't it beautiful? At this time, cuckoo, Naruto looked up at her and smiled. What? You are obviously hungry. If you don't mind eating instant noodles, come to my house. Hinata's face heated up rapidly when she heard what Naruto said. She fled. Stop disturbing you. This scene made Uchiha Hikaru look very disappointed. What a great opportunity, but you should grasp it. Ninja World disc, so red? I can't imagine how hot her face must be. Luckily you ran away, otherwise if it had been scalded for a little longer, Naruto would have been able to smell the barbecue. Girls who are easily shy are so likable. Doesn't Naruto have any feelings for Hinata? You ran away because you were jealous of the scarf around Naruto's neck, right? It's a shame to give up this opportunity to be in the same room with you. Why are you running away? We finally have this chance to be alone together, so let's talk, guide the topic in that direction, and then take the opportunity to confess. On screen. Wait a minute. Don't you have something to talk to me about? As he said that, Naruto took a few steps forward. Hello. Hinata, screen turn on the park swing. Hinata looked at the scarf spread across her knees. Who gave it to him? It's really beautiful. Naruto? Her tears fell drop by drop on the red scarf at this time. A voice came. Why are you crying? Hinata was stunned. The man continued, it will make the scarf dirty. I don't need it anymore then. Give it to me. Hinata looked at the figure coming out of the shadows. Who are you? My name is Sharon, and I have come specially to greet you. As he said this, Sharon had already walked out from the shadows. Welcome me. Outside the park, Naruto, who was chasing after her, just happened to hear Hinata scream. Hinata, who was controlled by the puppet, struggled. What are you going to do? Let me go. A green ball of light appeared in Sharon's hand. Naruto rushed over. What do you want to do to Hinata? Naruto punched Tonari as Sharon's figure slowly disappeared. Countless puppets appeared from all directions of the park. Naruto knocked one puppet away with one punch, and saw more and more puppets surrounding him. Naruto's figure chased towards the nearby rooftop. Multiple shadow clone technique. As soon as the puppets jumped up, they were submerged by Naruto's group of shadow clones. Naruto's real body went to chase the puppet that kidnapped Hinata. During the pursuit, a puppet just popped up and was stepped on by Naruto, who then used the momentum to leap forward a distance. This scene made Rezu's mouth twitch. It's very difficult for the tribe to deal with a mysterious person, but Naruto, who didn't activate any mode, could easily knock anyone out. It seems so understated. Ninja World. Hinata is going to be kidnapped too. Is Tonari a pervert? He likes sisters too. Although the occasion is not right, I still can't help but laugh. 3 Hyuga clans were beaten up by a group of mysterious people, and the clan leader was buried. Then, these people were easily dealt with by Naruto. It turns out that the Hyuga clan, the largest clan, only has 2 tricks. That's all. No more. Although Naruto's taijutsu isn't very entertaining, jumping up and down like a monkey, it's actually quite practical. On screen they chased all the way, and just when Naruto was about to catch up, several puppets appeared in front of him again. The puppets used balls of light to bombard where Naruto was. When the smoke cleared, Naruto, unharmed, leaped into the air. Rain shuriken. The shuriken easily cut all the puppets in half. The next moment, Naruto appeared in front of the mysterious man who kidnapped Hinata. Let Hinata go quickly. Naruto rushed forward and punched nothing. The mysterious man continued to flee into the distance. Stop! But countless balls of light appeared in the sky and bombarded Naruto. Boom! An explosion was heard behind him, but the mysterious man did not stop and jumped to the tall building opposite. In the smoke, a spiral shuriken flew out and cut a mysterious man in mid-air, and Hinata also fell from the roof. The red scarf that I had worked so hard to knit happened to be caught on a nail. Hinata. Are you okay? Hinata, holding the scarf tightly, responded in a weak voice, I'm fine. At this time, balls of light shot from a distance. Naruto turned his head and saw that there was a puppet there. He rushed over with a Rasengan in his hand. Hinata had no choice but to climb up by pulling on her scarf. My body is paralyzed and I have no strength. The next moment, the scarf hung on the nail was scraped off by the nail because it could not bear the weight. Hinata. After getting rid of the puppet, Naruto picked up Hinata, who was still falling, in his arms. Ninja World. So her body is paralyzed. I was wondering why Hinata didn't struggle when that guy kidnapped her, since the scarf is broken. Then listen to Hanabi and dress up nicely. Did Tonari run away? I thought he would fight with Naruto. On screen Hinata looked at the scarf in her hand. This scarf is no longer usable. Naruto squatted in front of her and asked, where did those ninjas come from? Do not know. At this time Sharon's figure slowly appeared. The end of the earth is coming soon. Before that, hateful. Naruto rushed forward and punched him. The next moment, Sharon appeared in mid-air. Before the end of the world comes, I will definitely come to greet you. Hinata. After saying this, his figure disappeared completely. Naruto stared at the red dot that appeared in the distance after he disappeared, and was stunned for a moment. The red dot came closer and closer, and Naruto finally saw it clearly. It was actually a meteorite. The meteorite passed over the sky of Konoha village and exploded not far from the village. Boom! A white light lit up, and the entire Konoha village began to tremble. The meteorite did not fall into the village, so Naruto naturally did not care. Naruto murmured, Doomsday, what on earth is going on? Screen turn outer space. The earth is about to be destroyed. As soon as he finished speaking, Sharon opened his dark eyes. Somewhere in the ninja world Boruto was shocked by Tonari's appearance. No wonder he kept his eyes closed. I don't know where this guy's eyes are. Could someone have dug them out? Ninja world. This meteorite brought back memories for me. Isn't it the part where Sasuke smashed the meteorite? It seems that the biggest crisis this time is Sharon. Tonari's purpose seems to be different from that of the other Akatsuki. He's not here to collect chakra. Chapter 518 Spring Water. Kingdom of Windsand Hidden Village. Kankuro's face was full of envy and desire. I wish I could be as strong as them. If I enter the infinite Tsukuyomi, my dream is likely to be to use puppets to fight alongside Naruto and the others. Then he fell into fantasy. In fantasy his whole body was shining with golden light, and 6 truth-seeking jades were floating behind him. Naruto patted him on the shoulder. This time, it's all thanks to your puppet, Kankuro-sama. Sasuke, who had the 6 Magatama Samsara snorted. He looked unconvinced. I never thought a puppet could be so powerful. Hey. On screen Hokage's office. Kakashi looked at the 5 people in front of him and said, your mission is to rescue the kidnapped Hinata Hanabi, the 4-member team led by Shikamaru, and Hinata, who volunteered to join after that. He said to Shikamaru, stretch out your hand. Shikamaru reached out his hand in confusion. What's wrong? The assistant standing by made a seal with one hand. A disc appeared in Shikamaru's palm. This is, Kakashi explained to the others, this is a top secret clock that only the 5 Kage have. Naruto asked, is there any special meaning for this time? This is the countdown to the destruction of the earth. Shikamaru touched his chin, but I don't understand, why is it necessary to equip this thing to rescue Hanabi? The person who moved the moon is most likely Tonari, the one who kidnapped Hanabi. Is there any evidence? Kakashi slowly said, based on my intuition, Ninja World, your intuition is spot on. I can testify for you that it was Sharon who did it. This rescue team is well configured. There are people with high IQ, people who can fly, people who are strong, people who have good insight, and Sakura is also quite strong and can help at critical moments. On screen turned Madara when passing by the forest. Sanji said, I am here, and I lost the group of people who kidnapped Hanabi. Shikamaru said, everyone, please split up and look for clues. Naruto, Hinata is in your care. Leave it to me. The 4 big birds drawn in the fake Super Beast painting. 5 people separately. Naruto on the big bird looked back at Hinata and asked, are you okay? I'm fine. Hinata opened her Byakugan and looked down. She was stunned for a moment, not knowing what she saw. Naruto asked, what's wrong? Fire Nation Muai Village. Naruto's house. Jiraiya aside. As expected, the most common lie women tell is that I'm fine. Naruto wondered, is that so? But Hinata doesn't look like she's in trouble, does she? Jiraiya continued, Hanabi has been kidnapped, and there is a time limit for her rescue. Hinata must be suffering more than anyone else. Naruto suddenly realized, that's something. On screen turned the 2 men squatted in the snow. Hinata used her hands to push aside a thick layer of snow and saw Hanabi's kune with a small doll tied to it. This is Hanabi's kune. Hinata picked up the kune, opened her backpack and wanted to put the kune in it, but Naruto saw the red scarf in the backpack. So you are wearing a scarf? Hinata's body stiffened. Why don't you fence it in? Don't you feel cold? I'm not afraid of the cold. Hinata put the kune into her backpack and said, oh, by the way, I have to report to Shikamaru and the others as soon as possible. Naruto really didn't dwell on this matter anymore. Yes, you are right. Fire Nation Muai Village. I just realized Hinata was wearing so little when I heard Naruto ask, hurry up. It's time to show your gentle side. Put your coat on. Hinata didn't really listen to Hanabi and wear so little just to look pretty, did she? On screen Madara Shikamaru, who was sitting on the big bird, asked, Hinata, did you see anything? There is a glowing spring under the cave, glowing spring water. Screen turned. Several people came to the spring that Hinata mentioned. Look at the characters engraved on it. That is the A in the ninja word down, which probably means, start from here. Shikamaru asked, Hinata, can you see what's under the spring? My vision is distorted, the white eyes will be distorted, I can only go down and take a look. As he said this, Naruto looked down at his scarf. By the way, this cannot get wet. Sakura on the side complained, isn't that too much? Getting the scarf wet is no big deal. No, this scarf is very precious. Hearing Naruto's words, Hinata lowered her head in disappointment. Somewhere in the ninja world Boruto's eyes widened instantly. Who gave Dad this scarf? Uncle Sasuke. Dad, won't? Future Sasuke. He knew what Boruto was worried about. He was afraid that Naruto had other very important women outside besides Hinata. No, don't worry. After that, he said with a serious face, I guarantee with my own character that Naruto is definitely not that kind of person. If it was true, how could it be hidden from him? Ninja World hiss. I seem to have discovered an incredible secret. This scarf, wasn't it given by Sasuke? Could it be the third Hokage's relic? This shouldn't be the case. Pure Land Kushina's eyes were filled with apology. If I had known that this might cause misunderstanding Hinata, I would have burned this scarf with my last breath before I died. On screen Sony squatted down and reached out to touch the water's surface. There's no need to take off your scarf. Even if it touches the water here, it won't get wet. As he spoke, he showed the pool of water in his palm to the others. The water in Sony's hand quickly disappeared. Seeing this, several people did not waste any more time and jumped into the water one after another like dumplings. After entering the water, several people swam towards the depths, but before they swam far, screen turn. Imagine, if tomorrow is the end of the world, who would you want to be with? Stop it, there will be no doomsday on Earth. For example, the moon falls from the sky or something like that. Ninja World. Oh no. The screen is broken. Wasn't this the one that was played before? Iruka, you're such a badass. You really got it right. It should be a memory, right? The end of the ninja world. This should be a big deal for everyone, but I am more curious now whether Hinata wrote Naruto on the paper? Could she have fallen in love with Naruto at such a young age? There's something wrong with this water. Shikamaru was a bit reckless this time. He should have asked Naruto to send a few more shadow clones down there, on screen, and Shikata said the same thing as before. If the end of the world comes, I hope that what falls from the sky is not the moon, but mooncakes. The whole class burst into laughter at this moment. The sky suddenly darkened. A classmate exclaimed, "It's the moon." A huge rock fell from the sky and hit the ninja school. Boom. Naruto coughed a few times due to being choked by the smoke, but still kept his hands behind his head. But the scene before his eyes suddenly changed. It became the scene of the Chunin exam. The referee announced, Uzumaki Naruto vs Inuzuka Kiba. Chapter 519 Dreamland. Ninja World. When the sky turned cloudy, I thought a giant mooncake had fallen down. Looking at this situation, it should be some kind of illusion. How great would that be? Letting Naruto return to the ninja school days with his memories. The changes in the future will definitely be very interesting. On screen, looking at the scene in front of him, Naruto was a little confused. Is this the Chunin exam? Sakura made trumpet shapes with her hands at the back and shouted to the audience, Naruto, don't lose to that guy. You're lean down. Beast mimicry ninja technique. Four-legged technique. Wait a moment, take it. Kiba lunged forward and slammed his head into Naruto's stomach under the spring. The unconscious Naruto seemed to feel pain and groaned unconsciously. Yeah, stop it. Hinata slowly floated to his side with her eyes closed. The red scarf floated out of her backpack and flew towards Naruto, as if to connect the two together. At this moment, she also returned to the past and dream. Right now, Naruto is fighting with pain. Naruto is alone. Downward pain held out his palm. While things are attracted by the sky, Naruto was sucked in front of pain by a gravitational force. Pain grabbed him by the neck and pinned him to the ground. Naruto, during the Chunin exams, Hinata handed the medicine in her hand to Naruto with both hands. Because she was too shy, her body was trembling slightly. What is this? Yuhi at the side helped Hinata explain. Apply medicine for external injuries. Naruto looked at Hinata with a strange look on his face. Why give it to me? As if realizing something, Yuhi said, Naruto, just accept it. Thank you, Hinata, you are so kind. At this time Pain stretched out his hand from the ruins. All things are attracted by the sky. Naruto, who had just taken the medicine, floated in the air and flew backwards while holding the medicine. With a bang, Naruto's body smashed through the wall. After flying out of the examination room, he turned into the Naruto who had activated the Sage mode again. Then, Naruto was once again grabbed by the neck by Pine and pressed to the ground. Pine pinned Naruto to the ground with a black stick and said indifferently, "It's about time for me to take you away." At this moment, the sound of footsteps came from behind. Hinata jumped up and slapped Pain with her palm. Boom! The ground was covered with rubble from the slap. "Why are you here? You are no match for him." Naruto's tone was a little anxious, but Hinata still stood firmly beside Naruto. "This time, it's my turn to save Naruto. I only knew how to cry, gave up at the beginning, and almost went astray several times. The person who guided me in the right direction at the critical moment was Naruto. I often run after you, and I really want to catch up with you. I hope that one day, I can walk with you. I want to stay by your side. It was you who changed me. It was your brilliant smile that saved my weak self. So, if it was to protect you, I would not be afraid even if I died, because I, like Naruto-kun the most." Ninja World. I guess Pine across from her must be thinking, when you say this, can you please say it to Naruto at your feet? Don't say it to me. My goodness, Pain actually listened for so long? Could it be that he wanted to eat some ready-made dog food? I haven't seen this part. Screen. I haven't seen this part yet. Sakura should go, too. At this critical moment, There's no need to follow Tsunade's rules. What's the point of following those rules if everyone is dead? Do you think you can wait until you learn the Yin Seal and reach Tsunade's standard before seeking revenge on Nagato, Fire Nation Muai Village Uchiha Clan Land Mansion? If you had had this much courage before, Boruto would have been born 2 days earlier. After saying that, Uchiha Guang sighed softly. It's just a visual feast for their eyes on the screen, but it's still too early for them to be together in real life. You can't force 2 children to have 1 child, right? Hyuga Clan. Hinata's face was hot, especially when you think that everyone in the ninja world will see this scene. Hanabi suddenly panicked. "Ne-chan. Your head is smoking. Your head is actually smoking." On screen Hinata, Naruto murmured while unconscious under the spring and dream. Imagine, if tomorrow is the end of the world, who would you want to be with? If the end of the earth comes, as Iruka's voice sounded, Naruto opened his eyes and returned to the classroom. Dingxi in the front row said again, "I hope that what falls from the sky is not the moon, but a mooncake." No one here seemed to be able to see Naruto. He put his hands in his trouser pockets. "It's Iruka-sensei again," Iruka said. "Write down on a piece of paper who you want to be with you on the day the earth ends." A paper airplane flew past Naruto's eyes. "Naruto. Don't waste paper." Little Naruto in his seat put his hands behind his head. "Teacher, there will never be the end of the world." Naruto turned his head and saw the name Hinata wrote on the paper. It's me." The scene in front of Naruto changed. Naruto, it was the time for the Chunin exams. Naruto in front of him looked at what Hinata handed over. "What is this?" Zihong explained. "Apply medicine for external injuries." Naruto asked, "Why give it to me?" Just as Naruto was staring at this scene in a daze, Sakura's voice rang in his ears. Slow. The scene in front of Naruto changed again. Came to the roadside that night. Sakura complained to Hinata, "That guy is really slow. The scarf you were holding is the one you want to give to him, right? Hinata, you will be fine. Have confidence in yourself." Ninja world. I seem to understand, Naruto is probably thinking, so Hinata gave that scarf to someone else. No wonder she didn't wear it herself. This spring water is pretty good. It's actually bringing Hinata and Naruto together. Naruto must be very touched right now, right? Since he was a child, not many people have treated him sincerely, and he has few friends. Hinata started to like him when he was rejected and hated by everyone. Naruto should know by now that Hinata is actually cold too, but that scarf was given to him. On screen the dream returned to the beginning scene. Ichiriko Ramen Shop. You really love ramen. Hearing Sakura's words, Naruto opened the chopsticks in his hand and said, "Yes, I love ramen the most. You never get tired of eating it." Yes, Hinata also said that she likes to eat ramen the most. Inside the restaurant, that guy is very slow. He didn't understand what love means from the beginning to the end. Hinata raised her head, looked at Sakura sitting opposite her and asked, "Why do you say that?" He confuses his love for people with his love for desserts or ramen. Sakura's words made Naruto stunned. Is it not the same? If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 520. Marry Me, Revised. Ninja world. We all like each other. What's the difference? It's indeed different. Ramen can't give birth to Boruto. When Naruto was a child, he loved Sakura in the same way that men and women love each other, right? Hinata likes ramen. Is it because Naruto likes it too? If you like someone, you will unconsciously imitate them. On screen Naruto, with his arm held by the girl, looked at Hinata's back. Sakura beside him called out, "Hinata, Naruto is a big fool," Sakura said as she chased after him. After going through it all again, Naruto was still confused. "Why do you say I'm a fool?" Just when he was about to catch up, another girl came up to him with dumplings. "Senior, the hot dumplings are here, let's eat together." Naruto broke away from the girl who was holding his arm this time. He chose to chase after him on the street, looking at Hinata who was running ahead without looking back. Hinata. At this moment, a piece of paper floated in front of him. Naruto reached out and grabbed it. Looking down at the paper, all I saw was the name Uzumaki Naruto written on it. Hinata. At this moment, Hinata's voice reached his ears. "If it is to protect Naruto, I am not afraid even if I die, because I really like you." Naruto looked up. The dream did not change. It was still the street, but Hinata appeared in front of him when pain invaded Konoha Hinata. Then, Hinata's figure slowly disappeared, and Sakura's figure ran over from a distance. "Naruto, wake up. This is a dream." Under the spring, Naruto slowly opened his eyes. I found that everyone was awake and Sakura is using the palm fairy technique to heal his wounds. Sakura? Sakura breathed a sigh of relief. You finally woke up. Sagi's tone was filled with doubt. Could it be? This is a trap set by the enemy, Shikamaru said. Yes, being hit by this illusion is like being locked in a cage made of memory fences. We will be trapped in the world of memories. Sakura, who is very resistant to illusions, saved us. Sagi turned to look at Sakura. Thank you, Sakura, for ruining my dream of getting along happily with my brother. Ninja World. Sagi is still so talkative. Although the tone was very calm, one could still hear that there was a lot of resentment in his voice. Looks like Tonari's work? Could it be that I misunderstood him? Did he want to be a matchmaker and help Naruto and Hinata get together? I'm a little curious about what Sakura's dream will be like. Will it be a repetition of the time when Sasuke tapped her forehead before leaving Konoha? It's Naruto's turn to take the initiative this time, right? Just like what Obito said to Aoi, when it comes to confession, it's best for men to do it. On screen Shikamaru couldn't help but laugh. That doesn't sound like a thank you. The five continued on their journey. At a certain moment, Sagi said, it's spring water again. The scene changed and five people came to the spring. Shikamaru turned to look at Hinata and asked, is the Byakugan useless here? The vision is distorted again. Okay, let's start with a battle posture. After saying that, Shikamaru was the first to jump into the spring. Understood. Sagi and Sakura followed closely behind. Hinata was about to jump into the spring when she saw Naruto beside her still in a trance, so she asked, what's wrong? Naruto hesitated. Hinata. The dream and the illusion just now. What? It's okay. It's nothing. After saying that, Naruto jumped into the spring. Hinata looked at the splashing water from the spring and was about to jump in. Hinata paused when she heard this somewhat familiar voice. The servant behind her said, I said I would pick you up. Why did you come here on your own? Hinata takes an attacking stance. Where's Hanabi? Tonari lifted his feet off the ground and floated in front of Hinata. Don't worry, she is sleeping peacefully in my castle. Give me back my fireworks. A hostile attitude towards Hinata. Sharon's tone did not change at all, and remained calm. That depends on your response. White eyes princess. Hinata was startled. White eyes, princess. Somewhere in the ninja world Boruto's eyes widened. Princess, is mom hiding an identity that I don't know about? Ninja world. So, Sharon, you are here to greet the princess. My goodness, I feel like the Hyuga clan situation is much more complicated than the Uchihas. I understand now. Hinata's last name is actually Akatsuki, and Chief Hayashi is just her adoptive father. That must be it. However, a scene that shocked everyone in the ninja world occurred. The Tonari on the screen opened his eyes, which had been closed, and said to Hinata in front of him, Hinata, please, marry me. Pure Land. Madara's eyes narrowed. These eyes. Kushina's pupils trembled violently. Then she shuddered. No. Absolutely not, Naruto. Naruto, come back soon. Fire Nation Muai Village Hyuga clan marry him. Hinata was a little surprised when she heard what Tonari said. It's just, she, who is easily shy, didn't even blush at this moment. On screen Hinata was stunned after hearing what Tonari said. Married to you, under the spring. Naruto, who was still swimming downstream, looked back and found that Hinata had not caught up the bottom of the spring. The three of them looked at the green bubbles floating around them. This place is like a bubble ball factory, Shikamaru thought thoughtfully. I see. This should be the location of the concierge who makes bubble balls. Concierge. Sakura put one hand on her hips. Naruto and the others are too slow. She turned around and looked at the two of them and said, I'll go see there. Before Sakura could finish her words, a noise was heard not far away. The three of them turned around and saw an extremely huge crab crawling out. Crab, Shikamaru said with certainty. That guy is the concierge. A stream of sticky liquid spurted out of the crab's mouth. Disperse. The three figures jumped away together, avoiding the crab's attack. Shikamaru warned loudly, don't touch the bubble ball, or you will fall into the illusion again. Ding ding. Sakura threw a few kunai at the crab, but they were like hitting solid steel and did not cause any damage to the crab. Super Beast fake painting. Several lines bit the crab, but when they hit the crab's claws, they turned into ink. Wind God. Thunder God. The crab raised its gigantic claws and smashed towards Sai, but was held up by the hands of two giants drawn with paintbrushes. One of the giants raised his foot and kicked the crab. Another giant grabbed the crab's claws and swung it away. Great. After saying that, Shikamaru formed a seal. Shadow stitching technique. The black shadow bound the crab tightly. Sakura raised her fist. Look at how awesome I am. Boom. Chapter 521 Village. Above the spring. Naruto rushed out of the spring and saw Hinata confronting Tonari. Hinata. Naruto protected Hinata behind him. You are not allowed to get close to Hinata, Sharon's tone did not change at all, it was still so calm. It's you again. Get out of the way. Naruto frowned deeply. Where are the fireworks? As he said that, he punched Sharon. Sharon dodged by slightly turning sideways. Naruto's figure chased after him and he kicked at him, but Tonari dodged it and kicked him away as the two exchanged taijutsu. Naruto seized the opportunity and punched Tonari in the face. Sharon flew backwards, his body smashed a deep hole in the rock, and a piece of his face was shattered. Sharon stood up tremblingly. So, you are just a puppet, Ninja World. What did I say? I said that although Naruto's taijutsu is like a monkey's, it must be very practical. Tonari's eyes must also be very unusual. They remind me of Boruto's eyes. It turns out that Naruto and Tonari are rivals in love, but unfortunately, Hinata likes Naruto. Why doesn't Tonari like Sakura? I want to see Sasuke and Tonari fight. Sasuke's moves are cooler. Kingdom of Winds and Hidden Village. Kankuro's eyes sparkled with hope. Can puppets be so powerful? On screen this is not my true self. As he spoke, Sharon Puppet took another step forward. Hinata, I will greet you with my true face next time. When that time comes, give me the answer. You shut up. Naruto threw a punch, but Tonari's puppet collapsed to the ground first, making Naruto's punch miss. The Sharon on the ground said, your fists can never hit me, just give up. Ninja World. Naruto is a man who can create miracles. Even if Tonari is stronger than Naruto, Naruto will definitely be the winner in the end. The story on the screen will make me unconsciously immersed in it, and my heart will go up and down with the experiences of the people in it, but as long as I calm down, I will know that Tonari is destined to be defeated by Naruto. Sasuke came to help in the end, right? Naruto alone probably can't defeat Akatsuki. When helping the ninja world, it was clear that Tonari had good intentions towards Naruto, and that was enough. On screen under the spring, Naruto glanced at the battered crab. This was caused by Sakura's fist. Sakura threatened, Naruto, if you abandon Hinata again, you will also taste my fist. I know that. As he said this, Naruto looked at Hinata beside him. Hinata, I will never look away. Hinata looked at him. Looking at Hinata's eyes, Naruto turned his head back and continued in a low voice, take my eyes away from you. Zioin said, what? You're moving away now. I didn't look away. Screen turned. Big Bird Shikamaru asked, Hinata, are there any signs of the enemy? Nothing was found. Zioin asked curiously, the enemy has obviously noticed us. Why don't they launch an attack? Yes, this place is so quiet that it makes people feel uncomfortable. In the forest below, inside each green bubble is a puppet with its face wrapped in bandages inside the artificial sun castle. Ignore them. Don't do anything until I show up. The eyeballs began to move again. It's so beautiful. A pure Byakugan. As Sharon's voice sounded, the scene ends with Hanabi, who is blindfolded with gauze and lying quietly on the bed. Ninja World. Did you dig out Hanabi's eyes? Tonari's eyes must have a lot to do with Hanabi's eyes. As Hanabi's future husband, I just can't swallow this. Where are you, Akatsuki? Tonari, I want to settle accounts with you. Naruto and the others are late. Hanabi has already had an accident. All we need to do is take the eyes back, right? Hyuga and Uchiha should be similar. Their eyes can be used as light bulbs. We can just install them and use them. Pure Land. Madara fell into thought. Those eyes are very likely to be as powerful as the Samsara Eye. How many secrets are hidden in this ninja world that I don't know about? Fire Nation Muai Village. Hyuga clan veins pop out on Rezu's forehead in anger. Hinata felt the small body in her arms trembling with fear. The belief in her heart at this moment was firmer than ever before. Hanabi, I will definitely protect you. Definitely. On screen, evening. Naruto, who was resting against a tree, heard the noise and opened his eyes. Then I saw Hinata's back. Hinata. Naruto followed. When they arrived at a place where the moonlight was shining, he saw Hinata sewing the red scarf. Naruto lowered his eyes and unconsciously reached out to touch his blue scarf. That scarf was really knitted for me. He had a complicated expression and no one knew what he was thinking. The next day, everyone, a settlement was found 20 kilometers away. Okay, let's go. Enter one of the large birds. Hinata looked at Naruto in front of her, a little dazed this time. Naruto didn't wear the blue scarf. The few of them soon arrived at the village 20 kilometers away. It seems that there is no one around. This may be a village built hundreds of years ago. Everyone searched separately. Screen turned. Sonya found a blood-stained Qiu on one of the streets. Sure enough, this is a ninja village. Sakura looked at the scene around her and walked to a big tree. Fire. Shikamaru came to a secret room. What are these? Muttering, Shikamaru moved the candle in his hand closer. It turned out to be skulls piled up to form a wall. Ninja world. My scalp is numb. What the hell is this? Has the whole village been massacred? This is so outrageous. How big of a grudge can one have? To pile up people's heads into a wall? Could it be a village affected by the war? Where on earth is this? What a strange building. On screen, has there ever been a war? Naruto whispered softly and heard Hinata's scream from behind. Naruto hurriedly ran towards Hinata's direction. Hinata, what's wrong? Hinata pulled at the spider web in her hair. There are spider webs, Ninja World. Hey, maybe there are spiders in the spider web. If you pinch it with your hands and hold it in front of your eyes and observe it carefully, you will find that spiders are still very cute. I'm most afraid of this thing. If a spider lands on me, I can jump more flexibly than Naruto when he's fighting someone. I thought I saw a skeleton like Shikamaru, but it turned out to be just a spider web. Chapter 522. Be careful. On screen, Naruto crouched in front of Hinata and chuckled. I can see far away with my white eyes, but I am entangled in the spider web right in front of me. As he spoke, Naruto helped Hinata clean the cobwebs from her hair. Hinata was stunned for a moment, then she put down her hands and sat there obediently, letting Naruto help her. Screen turn. Compared to the other three, Hinata and Naruto seemed to be on a trip, and they visited many places. When the two of them walked to a pool, Naruto hearing Hinata calling him, Naruto asked, "What's wrong? That scarf?" Naruto laughed and explained, "It's warm here, so I took it off first." He scooped up some water from the pool with his hands and brought it in front of Hinata. Hinata opened her mouth and drank it. Is that so? Strange. I feel a little cold, needless to say. Of course you'll feel cold if you wear that. Hearing Naruto's somewhat blaming tone, Hinata retorted, but this is the uniform for the mission. Screen turn. The two walked side by side. Hinata glanced at Naruto, who had his hands behind his head, and snickered. Naruto asked curiously, "What's wrong?" "No, nothing." "What's wrong?" "It's really nothing." "What are you laughing at?" Hinata didn't know what she was thinking about, and couldn't help laughing twice. Ninja World, this is the first time I've seen such mission uniforms. What kind of mission costume can show your armpits when you raise your arms? You two continue. Anyway, Hanabi's eyes have been dug out. She shouldn't die for a while. There's no need to rush to save her. I think Hashirama should understand Hinata's current mood. It's similar to when Madara agreed to build a village with him. Very good. Naruto already has Hinata in his heart. At this rate, Boruto will be born soon. I haven't had dinner yet, but I don't feel hungry at all. It's so strange. On screen, the two came to a secret room. Naruto finished a cup noodles in his hand and exhaled a breath of hot air. I'm stuffed. Hinata saw Naruto stand up, dust off his butt and walk outside, and asked, "Where are you going?" "Go pee." As a result, as soon as I walked out, I was hit in the face by a spider web. Naruto danced and fell to the ground. Hinata put down her cup noodles and walked over. It's a spider web. Are you okay? Naruto sat up and cried out in pain. It hurts. What's wrong? My back seems to be injured. Pure Land. A question mark appeared on Ban's head, but he reacted quickly. Huh? Boring trick. Izumi understood immediately and gave a thumbs up. There's something. Kushina looked odd. You kid, you have the style of your father back then. As for Naruto saying that he hurt his back after falling down, naturally, not many people would believe in this kind of thing unless Naruto hurt himself on purpose. Then the purpose of him hurting himself is self-evident. Fire Nation Muai Village. Naruto's house. Naruto himself couldn't bear to watch it anymore. He was injured just by a slight fall. It's too much acting. Ninja World, no matter how much you masturbate, I will just watch you pretend. Since you, a guy with thick eyebrows and big eyes, said it, I believe you. Not to mention the fall, you wouldn't be hurt even if there was a sharp stone on the ground. Come. Let me see what evil plan our savior is planning. Is this land made of the Tao-seeking jade? It made me laugh. Hinata, didn't you hear it? Naruto is telling you a joke. On screen, Hinata handed the external injury medicine in her hand to Naruto. Naruto reached out and took it. Thank you. By the way, you also gave me trauma medicine during the Chunin exam. You still remember this? Naruto smiled and said, should I say I remembered, or did I suddenly think of it? As he said this, Naruto reached for his back, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't reach it. Seeing the small wound on Naruto's back, everyone in the ninja world was shocked. Pure Land. Hashirama looked stunned. Am I seeing right? Are you really injured? How can it be? Kushina had an expression that said as expected and silently gave her son a thumbs up. There is so much tricks involved. The corners of Minato's mouth rose unconsciously. If Hinata wasn't here, Naruto's injuries would probably heal immediately. Fire Nation Muai Village. Naruto's house. Jiraiya raised an eyebrow. Oh, you kid. Then he said with a lewd look, Hinata, did you understand what this boy is hinting at? He wants you to touch his back with your hand. Naruto was anxious. Quick. Let your shadow clone help you apply the medicine and prove your innocence in front of the lecherous immortal. Uchiha clan land mansion very good, everything is going as planned. Uchiha Hikaru looked appreciative, there is progress, no more masturbation. Ninja world, this spider web can blow for a lifetime, that spot is just out of my reach. What a coincidence. So, after finding out that there was someone secretly paying attention to him and having a crush on him, Naruto fell for him straight away. On screen Hinata dipped her hands in some medicine and applied it on Naruto's back. Naruto turned his head. Sorry. Hinata just curled the corners of her lips slightly just as she put the medicine back into her backpack. Hanabi's Qiu fell out. The two were silent for a moment. Naruto said, we have to rescue Hanabi as soon as possible. Hinata hesitated for a moment and said, Naruto, I want to talk to you. Naruto asked, what's the matter? I want to talk to you about what the puppet Tonari said when he appeared. Sharon, at this time found it Sai popped his head out of the window behind the two of them and said to Hinata, Hinata, I would like to trouble you for a favor. Screen turn looking at the incomprehensible words in front of him. Naruto asked, what is written on it? It is an ancient pictographic writing. After the explanation, Shikamaru read the words on it. An ancient experiment swept across humanity. In this way, the eye of reincarnation awakened, and the fist of the moon will destroy humanity. What does it mean? The moon may be moving because of the eye of reincarnation. Sakura turned to look at Shikamaru and said, maybe Kakashi's intuition is correct. The moon and Hanabi's kidnapping are indeed related. It is possible that this person's intuition about bad things happening is usually quite accurate. Hinata looked at the words and remembered what Tonari's puppet had called her, white-eyed princess. At this moment, the ground suddenly shook. What's wrong? Boom. The ground beneath Sakura's feet collapsed. She stepped backwards, and an underground passage appeared on the ground beneath her feet. The five people walked down. Walking in front, Shikamaru, holding a candle, could see the scene clearly. Is this a grave? Chapter 523 Reincarnation Eye. Hinata suddenly said, someone is coming. Shikamaru turned the candle towards the direction where the footsteps came from. I saw who is coming. He's a middle-aged man with disheveled hair. It's the Byakugan. I feel the Byakugan. I can't be wrong, the Byakugan princess, the man said as he walked towards Hinata. The next moment, Naruto's figure blocked Hinata's way. Don't get close to Hinata. Hearing Naruto's words, the man looked at him and opened his dark eyes. Seeing this, Naruto was stunned. The man opposite him slowly opened his mouth, and a ball of light emerged from it. The ball of light grew larger and larger, floating towards the five people. Naruto looked alert, but the ball of light stopped not far from him. Then, the ball of light burst out with a dazzling light. At this moment, Hinata seemed to see a scene of war. The scene flashed by and then she fainted. Hinata, Naruto supported Hinata's limp body and turned back to ask, what did you do to Hinata? The Samsara Eye has revived. We must stop. The Akatsuki. After saying this, the man's body turned into debris. Ryongchi Cave. The Samsara Eye is Tonari's eye, right? Orochimaru licked the corner of his lips. No, it's probably not the real Rinnegan yet. He said that his eye is moving. Maybe soon, I will be able to see this mysterious Rinnegan that I have never heard of. Fire Nation Muai Village Uchiha Clan Land. The Samsara Eye should be the evolution of the Byakugan. Wouldn't it be that it evolved directly from the Byakugan to the Samsaragan, reincarnation, Samsara? Just from the name, you can tell that it is an eye on the same level as the Samsara Eye. The Samsara Eye evolved from the Sharingan must be stronger than the Rinnegan Eye evolved from the Byakugan, but, is it really like that? Both Akatsuki and the founding ancestor have Byakugan, and Momoshike's Rinnegan is on the palm of his hand. Growing on the palm must be to better protect the Samsara Eye. Hyuga clan is the Samsara Eye the evolution of the Byakugan? 80% yes, the Samsara Eye must be more powerful than the evolved Sharingan, but, why doesn't the ancestor have those eyes, but only white eyes? Perhaps, Tonari, who possesses the Samsara Eye, is even stronger than the original ancestor. It's not nice to say this, but I really want to see how powerful the Samsara Eye is. Pure Land Madara's curiosity was successfully aroused by these eyes, and he even looked at the screen much more seriously than before. It's more interesting than the Spear of Heaven, although I don't want to pay attention to the affairs of the ninja world anymore. It's not bad to read it as a story. On screen Sakura looked concerned and asked, Hinata, are you okay? Shikamaru asked, the Akatsuki that person just mentioned is the surname of the six-path sage, right? Sai on the side explained, Akatsuki Haguramo was the name of the sage of six paths before he became a monk. He called Hinata the White Eye Princess, which seems to be related to Tonari kidnapping Hanabi. As he spoke, Shikamaru took a sip of the water in the teacup that night. Hinata was knitting a scarf in the candlelight. Naruto stopped when he passed by the house. Weaving is just weaving over and over again. It takes a lot of time thinking about this. Naruto walked in. Hinata, didn't you say during the day that you had something to discuss with me? What did the Sharon puppet tell you? Hinata moved her lips, but finally said, actually, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. What did he say? Sorry, Naruto. I want to be alone now. Naruto was stunned for a moment. That's it. Ninja World, there is a situation. Why didn't you tell Naruto? Did Tonari threaten Hinata? Facing an enemy like Tonari, no one is more reliable than Naruto. Naruto looks so lost. On screen the next day, Big Bird, the 5 people found another village ahead. Shikamaru said, go investigate that village. Screen turn. Naruto, who was walking in front, tilted his head slightly. Hinata, who was walking behind, seemed to be thinking about something and looked like she was troubled soon. The village was searched by 5 people. Naruto looked into the distance. It seems that Hanabi is not here either. Hinata beside him didn't say anything. Naruto looked at Hinata, who was in a trance. Another moment passed. Seeing that Hinata was still the same, Naruto's eyes gradually became lost. It's about time. I should go back to everyone. After saying that, Naruto lowered his head and turned to leave. Evening. Hinata was still sewing the red scarf. Naruto was leaning against a tree not far away, wondering what he was thinking about. Ninja World, this expression is like someone who has been heartbroken. Don't worry about it. Hinata is still sewing a scarf for you, which means she still likes you. One time I came home and didn't touch my dog's head, and it had this expression. On screen, after some mental struggle, Naruto finally walked over Hinata. Hinata asked softly, my sister is in danger, but I am still knitting a scarf. Am I being too much of a sister? Don't say that. We all know that you went deep underground to save Hanabi. Hinata blamed herself. I should have stayed at home at that time. Naruto walked up to Hinata, his tone firm. I will definitely rescue Hanabi safely. You don't have to worry, Naruto. Thank you. Hinata raised her head. You are really gentle and considerate. Naruto was stunned for a moment, then scratched the back of his head embarrassedly. Hinata, I am not being gentle and considerate because I like you. I am really worried about Hanabi's safety. Ninja World, is it intentional or accidental? You confessed directly? Did you let it slip? Naruto has admitted that he likes Hinata. This feels so sudden. I feel more touched than liking it. Hinata is no longer as shy as she was when she was little. She didn't even blush when she heard Naruto say so directly that he liked her. On screen, Hinata stood up straight away and looked him in the eyes, her tone no longer as steady as before. What did you just say? Naruto was stunned, not understanding why Hinata was so excited. Did he say something wrong? Please say it again. Naruto scratched the back of his head again. I said I was worried about Hanabi's safety. Hinata lowered her head and whispered, before that, I said before. Naruto looked at Hinata in front of him and said solemnly, Hinata. Hinata looked up. Hinata, I like you very much. Hinata's eyes widened when she heard Naruto's words. However, the atmosphere was silent for a long time and Naruto still did not get a response from Hinata. Hinata, Ninja World, why is it this reaction? He must have been confused by this big pie that fell from the sky. I would like to wish Naruto and Hinata, Sakura and Sasuke, Hanabi and I happiness forever. Why do I have a strange feeling that Hinata will reject Naruto? It's because Hinata's behavior before was too abnormal. Chapter 524, Meteorite. On screen at this time, a figure suddenly appeared in the sky with his feet on a golden red round platform. It approached from far away, seemingly very slowly, but in fact it was in front of the 2 people in the blink of an eye. Naruto said alertly, Tonari, is this another puppet? Where is Hanabi? Sharon opened his eyes and said calmly, shut up, I came here to hear Hinata's answer. Naruto frowned. Hinata, I don't have much to say to you. The important thing is to get Hanabi. Before he could finish his words, Hinata, holding a red scarf in both hands, walked up to him. Naruto was stunned. However, Hinata simply stuffed the scarf in her hand into Naruto's arms and walked towards Tonari. Hinata, seeing Hinata had already walked in front of Tonari, Naruto asked in confusion, what are you doing? Hinata walked over to Tonari and tilted her head. Sorry, Naruto. Goodbye. Naruto looked at her in disbelief. It wasn't until the round platform carrying the 2 of them flew away that Naruto came to his senses. Hinata, Ninja World, I don't understand. What is Hinata doing? What is she thinking? Because of what Tonari told her, it can be seen that Hinata likes Naruto, so the only possibility for her to choose to go with Tonari is to go alone to save Hanabi. But the problem is, how can she save Hanabi under Tonari's nose? Have you considered Naruto's feelings when making this choice? The fate of the ninja world loves to play tricks on Naruto the most. Pure Land Minato probably guessed what Hinata was thinking and couldn't help but frown. This is the most irrational choice. Tobirama shook his head. In this situation, even if Naruto himself is no match for Tonari, it is up to Naruto to come forward and settle the matter with Tonari. Hinata went to save others by herself, but ended up putting herself in danger at that time. Naruto will not only have to save Hanabi, but also Hinata. Besides, even if Naruto himself is no match for Tonari, with Sai's ability, Sakura's strength, and Shikamaru's intelligence, he may be able to win without Sasuke. In many battles, although Naruto and Sasuke played most of the roles, the cooperation of the others also played a crucial role on screen. Naruto held the scarf in his hand and jumped into the air with a few jumps. Then he created another shadow clone, and threw the original body towards the circular platform in the sky. Just when he was about to catch up with Sharon, a puppet riding a flying bird suddenly appeared in front of him. The puppet waved its arm and a circle of light appeared out of thin air. Whoa, 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 it is much more difficult to move in the air than on the ground. The speed of the light balls is extremely fast. Even though Naruto tried his best to dodge, he was still hit by a light ball just as Naruto was about to fall. A white bird caught him and threw several kunai with explosive tags tied to them in the direction of the puppet. Naruto condensed a golden Rasengan in his hand and shouted forward, "Give Hinata back to me." Sharon turned around. "Give it back to you." He put his arm around Hinata's shoulders, turned around together, and said to Naruto who had caught up with him, "Hinata took the initiative to come to me. This is a destined fate. Hinata will marry me." Naruto looked at the two people in front of him in shock. "Hinata, this can't be true." Hinata lowered her head, not daring to look up at Naruto, and did not answer, but closed her eyes. Naruto was stunned. Tonari's palm was covered in a layer of green chakra, and he stretched out his palm to point at Naruto, call out. Seeing this, Naruto pressed the Rasengan in his hand over. With a bang, the green light ball collided with a Rasengan, and the Rasengan was gradually wrapped by the green light ball. Naruto was suddenly shocked. A green ball of light hit Naruto directly in the abdomen. Naruto was carried into the air by this huge force. My chakra, Naruto's chakra that was ejected gathered into a ball and fell towards the forest below. When it hits the ground, the ball explodes. Boom, flames shot up into the sky, engulfing Naruto. But even so, this power did not stop until it penetrated the earth, and then gradually weakened. Ninja world, this power is so exaggerated. A green ball of light, can it actually absorb chakra? I thought it could only explode. I'm already numb. After watching too many battles like this, I'm afraid I won't take any Jonin seriously anymore. Well, we still have to go with Sasuke. Naruto alone can't defeat the Akatsuki. The moon has been penetrated, and the earth can even be seen directly. I always thought I was on the earth. I don't know when they arrived on the moon. Country of Earth. Iwagakure Dieter's eyes shone brightly. This is the true ultimate art. Fire Nation Muai Village. Naruto's house. Jiraiya closed his mouth. He stood up and pointed at Naruto. You are still alive after being submerged by an explosion of this magnitude, which shows that your previous fall injury was just fake. Stop quibbling. You are just a bunch of idiots. Naruto's mouth twitched. You're still talking about this at this time. On screen on the round to blue. What are you up to? Hearing Hinata's question, Tonari explained, this is to avoid unnecessary fighting and getting you hurt. As he spoke, a green ball of light appeared in his hand. When the light ball dissipated, Hinata became dazed. Before she fell into coma, she saw Naruto falling and the burnt scarf in Naruto's hand, until her eyes closed and she lost consciousness as Naruto fell downwards. He murmured Hinata and closed his eyes. Screen turned. Bang, bang, the surface of the moon shattered, and huge meteorites floated towards the blue planet Muai Village. The streets of the village were already crowded with people carrying large and small bags. Some people brought their families with them, all trying hard to squeeze forward. Hurry up, there is no way to move forward, please line up. Do not push, Tsunade shouted down. Everyone, don't panic. The size of the air raid shelter is enough to accommodate all the residents of the Land of Fire. Downward Jingayan, who was standing at the entrance of the air raid shelter, was organizing people to line up while shouting to the panicked people, please stay calm. Please stay calm. Water Country. Karegakure Madarumi looked at the meteorite falling from the sky and formed seals with her hands. Water style, water dragon bullet, melting escape, the art of dissolving monsters, boom boom boom, ninja world. I see, it's just as I guessed before. What impressed me most was the chakra cannon of the hidden cloud village and Sasuke's Chidori. In my eyes, Sasuke is the coolest. Even with such a big meteorite, Not even a speck of ash fell into Konoha under his chidori. It turned out to be Sharon's doing. The 5 major ninja villages have the ability to smash meteorites, while small countries and villages can only hide in air raid shelters. Chapter 525 Destiny. On screen Moon Sai asked hesitantly, "Is this the moon?" "Yes, the space with a crab bubble ball should be the shortcut connecting the Earth and the moon." After explaining, Shikamaru asked Sakura, "Naruto, how is he?" Sakura, who was using the palm fairy technique to heal Naruto, said, "This is so exaggerated, the chakra was almost completely sucked out." At this time Naruto cried out in pain and murmured, "Hinata." Sakura was stunned for a moment, then there was relief in her eyes. "I finally understand, you slow-witted guy inside the castle." Hinata didn't wake up either. Sharon looked at her sleeping face and said softly, "So beautiful, Hinata, I want to get to know you better." As he spoke, he stretched out his left hand, and a green ball of light appeared in front of his palm. Naruto's face appeared on the ball of light. Sharon frowned. "Why is it this guy?" After an unknown amount of time, Hinata opened her eyes, sat up and looked around. "Here it is, Sharon's castle." Hinata muttered softly, and immediately remembered her purpose. She opened her Byakugan and easily locked onto the room where Hanabi was. Fireworks. After pushing open the door, she saw Hanabi with her eyes wrapped in gauze. The eyes were taken away. Hinata recalled Tonari's eyes from before in memory. "Hinata, please, marry me." "Marry you? What are you talking about? Hurry up and light the fireworks." Before Hinata could finish her words, she was surrounded by a layer of green chakra. She also saw Hanabi's current appearance from the green chakra mirror. "Your sister is in my castle. Your sister's white eyes were taken away by me." Hinata's tone was filled with anger. "Too much, I'm sorry, this is Hamura's destiny." "Hamura," Tonari explained, "the founder of the Moon Ninja is Akatsuki Hamura. It should be easier to understand if we say he is the founder of the Earth Ninja and the younger brother of the Six Paths Sage. Your Hyuga clan inherited the blood of Hamura." Then, Sharon told the past that he knew a long time ago, thousands of years ago. "My elder brother, the Six Paths Sage, is afraid of the Ten Tails, which has a huge amount of chakra. He is afraid that the immeasurable power of the Ten Tails may bring disaster to the world. Therefore, the Six Paths Sage took the chakra from the Ten Tails and dispersed it to the Nine-Tailed beasts, weakening the power of the Ten Tails. He then hid the Ten Tails' body, which had lost its chakra, on the moon, and sealed it up, in order to prevent the Ten Tails from ever being resurrected and to protect the Outer Path demon statue. Hamura decided to live on the moon. The Sage of Six Paths became the ancestor of ninjas on Earth. However, Hamura is skeptical about the world created by his brother, so he entrusted his descendants to destroy the world created by his brother if it deviated from the way of ninja. Later, over the course of thousands of years, the ninjas on Earth were constantly at odds with each other, and they had always used chakra as a weapon. In the end, they stole the Outer Path statue from the moon and even resurrected the Ten Tails. Pure Land Izone made 2 tisk-tisk sounds, even more domineering than the eldest brother. "What does the ninja world have to do with your descendants of the moon? And this destiny thing, it's too nosy." Hoshirama frowned deeply. "If a ninja breaks away from the way of the ninja, will they destroy the ninja world and take away everyone's life? I absolutely do not agree with this idea. Naturally, the people who are even less able to accept this statement than the dead are the ordinary living people. How can you be so indifferent to life, compared to these noble descendants? What are the lives of ordinary people like us? Are we unlucky?" The more I see, the more I feel that only Nagato is right. These perpetrators should be allowed to understand the feelings of the victims. Only in this way, when they want to hurt others, they will be able to distinguish whether what they did is right or wrong. It's good that the ninja world is destroyed like this. I actually kind of hope that Tonari can succeed." Alice. "Sharon, your past experiences really ruin my good impression of you. I don't think Hamura is that kind of person. After all, I watched him grow up, so I know his personality fairly well." Country of Earth Iwagakure Deidara looked angry. "This is too much. This is totally unreasonable. I'm going to blow them all away." Anoki waved his hand. "Go ahead, I won't stop you." Deidara immediately calmed down. "Let's develop my future C4 Garuda first. He is not stupid. Wouldn't it be a waste of time if he went now?" Unoki looked relieved. "You've grown up. And you're not as desperate as you used to be." Then he looked at the screen, as if he remembered something and was thinking about something on screen. Sharon's story continues. "Our clan has come to the conclusion that the ninjas on Earth are the culprits who destroy the peace and order. The world created by the Sage of Six Paths failed. Therefore, We obey the destiny of Hagoromo and destroy the world of the Sage of Six Paths. After fusing this highly pure Byakugan with my chakra, it will transform into the Rinnegan. Use this I power to revive the broken earth and create a new world. Ninja world. This world was not created by the Six Paths Sage. The earth does not need you outsiders living on the moon to meddle in its affairs. When all the people die, peace will come and order will be restored. Right, it's okay. We'll protect our own with a bomb shelter. It's worthy of being called destiny. It's really appropriate. There is no humanity at all. After we build the new world, Sharon, you should help me have 2 babies. The earth is so big, we need some people to reproduce and farm. If I had the Kumagakure chakra cannon in my hand right now, I would fire it at the moon without hesitation. They were the ones who didn't treat me as a human being first. He is powerful, of noble descent, and handsome, like a prince among the nobility. From the first moment I saw Tonari, I liked him very much, especially after he helped the ninja world. But now, what should I do? On screen you don't believe what you said. I must save Hanabi. Hearing Hinata's words, Sharon said calmly, you don't even know where she is in the castle. As he spoke, the chakra around the 2 dissipated. Sharon said, I come again to ask for your answer. Just at this time, Naruto arrived and protected Hinata behind him. This is the memory. Sharon walked into the room. Good morning. Hinata, who was standing by Hanabi's window, turned around when she heard his voice. Sharon said to her, I am very happy that you are willing to accept my feelings, Hinata. Hinata said nothing. Screen turn. The 2 of them were walking down the street. A puppet with white hair and dressed as a maid bowed respectfully. Amar. Hinata, welcome to our place. The puppets around bent down at the same time. Welcome. Hinata was a little confused. This castle is full of puppets, Sharon explained. He is a puppet left by our ancestors. End of this chapter. Thank you so much for reading until the end. Don't forget to give it a like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription or donation encourages us to continue. Thank you all. See you in the next video.